Welcome everybody to what might be one of the biggest matches of the AFL Hunter Central Coast season. Terrigal Avoca Panthers and Killarney Vale here at Hilton Moore Oval. The premiers versus the contenders. Who takes it out? First touch Killarney Vale. Second big kick Hazelwood. Ball down the field. Might have been a high shot play on, says the ump. Potter bunces off 1 and 2. Here's the pit ball, Harrison Pitt. That is sensational vision. And he gets it across the field. That's Toby Burns. Burns goes long over the back. Off it there, Walters. Tap through. That was rushed through by Hayden Mahallam. Through for a behind. Corey Hoppers. I think he's gone to witness.
He's gone to get me some lunch.
I think he's gone to get some lunch. So we'll see how he goes.
He's gone to get me some lunch, Ash.
Gone to get Shane Dale some lunch.
I've been standing up on this bloody podium all day and I haven't been able to get down.
That's the way these games are gone today. So we'll hear from him very soon as Banfield takes a steadying mark. They're kicking with a bit of a breeze here, Killarney Vale, so they need to get moving. That's a long bomb there, Kenobi or Wallace. Over the top, here go the Killarney Vale Bombers trying to steam through the pack there. Ranger, who had a great year last year. Here's the spoon man, Brandon Lloyd, gets it inside 50. Stanley Veld tried to bounce off a couple. Working through it, Ranger overran it. Birkinshaw with some steady hands, tries to get through. That's a big tackle play on, says the umpire. Gee, the pressure's fierce early on in this contest. Whistle's gone on the play and a free kick's going to the Terrigal Avoca side. So
yeah, we'll see how that defence stacks up today, Ash. No Mackenzie Leecroft, no Tristan Carter. So
oh, goodness, yeah, Carter with a
little bit
PCL.
light on in their back line, but yeah, we know they're a really good club. They blooded some youngsters last week too, 6 under-18s last week, and they'll be playing against this week. And they held up against Maitland. We'll see how they go against this toughened Killarney Vale side.
So Potter, who's had a few good touches already, tried to get it across to Arthur. Nicely cut out there by Hay. Great pressure, Arthur. Play on, says the arm. Hay goes back and across. That was to a teammate who couldn't gather it. Pretty sure that might have been Cookman. Umpire says high tackle, Panthers free. So early rub of the green goes to the Panthers.
Yeah,
actually, it's
gone
the other way.
I think it was going to the way.
We're on TV. Get your signals the right way.
Yeah. I was going to say, because he had the ball, there could be no high tackle for the tackler, surely. But
we've all done it.
Well,
so
yeah.
Lockie Henderson will take the free. We've all done it, mate, I can tell you now. So Lockie Henderson was our scene stealer last weekend or the weekend before. Did a brilliant interview, went around to all the podcasts last week. Lockie must have felt like a Tier A superstar, and he definitely isn't this level. So Lockie Henderson to kick the first goal of the contest and strike in the post. Good effort, but the post a little bit too thick for the footy to go through. So first score of the second score of the contest. Birkinshaw, not the best kick. Straight to Smith. Smith shortens it up. That's intelligent. Ranger went straight through his hands. Opportunity here now for the Panthers, and that was kicked away. That is marvellous stuff. First to the footy here, Walters. Walters has an open effort. First bounce, he'll have a second bounce maybe. Steady, shoots, goals. First goal, Terrigal Avoca, and that's your slingshot personified. Magnificent from Terrigal. So if we can get a replay of it.
Well, we haven't had much luck with the replays today, but you never know. I live in hope.
We live in hope for replays, and here it is. If you queue it up, Shane, he's got the graphics.
Bloody.
And, yeah, we'll leave that. Well, I can describe it for you. It was a long kick over the top. Walters was first to it. Lovely shepherd from a teammate. He took a bounce. Almost went a little bit too far, steadied up and banged it through the big stick. So Alec Walters has got the first goal of this match against the Breeze. We go again now. In the centre they go. Nicely effort there. I'm pretty sure that was Goodall who got the hand past the former two-time Fielder medalist. Arthur tried to get it out. Working through it, Taj Knight, the youngster. Nice work there, Grim and Lee. Got out of the congestion beautifully. The Elliot Davey medalist sent it in the pathway of Pitt. Pitt, hand pass over the top to Sneaky Miller. Sneaky Miller to Burns. Burns can finish it from there. He's usually pretty good. Centralises it. Out of bounds it goes. So the Panthers piling the pressure on in the first few minutes as Chris Bishop looks on from the bench. His birthday celebrated on Thursday. Happy birthday to Bish, the coach, marvellous coach, the gold standard of coaching in this region. 3-time AFL New South Wales Coach of the Year, mind you, as they got it off the deck. Looked a little high. Umpire said no. And Grim and Lee's on the bottom of the pack there. He'll probably have a bit of a word to the ump and then ignore it and go for it. As Corey Up is grabbing a bit of lunch. He said, not mine, it's everybody else's. Steaming through the pack there, Castelnova, the plate, best and fairest. Chain of hand pass out to Potter. Nice long ball looking in the direction of Mahallam over the top, and taking the grab was Birkinshaw. So lightly stacked backline here today for Terrigal Avoca, but I don't think it'll worry him too much as they go over the top to Burns. Cut off there by Cotter. Cotter needs to keep his feet. He falls, drags it underneath him, the former Pennant Hills Demon, and cops one over the shoulder, and another signal the wrong way from the ump. Needs to get the signals right before it gets contentious. Ball over the top to Wallace. Wallace sends it nice and long. Aidan Wallace goes bang! And there's the reply from Killarney Vale. Scores a level here at Hilton Moor. As we welcome back Corey Hopper.
Yes, sorry about that. I was on
You're right, mate.
lunch lady duty. And as everyone knows, it's difficult for me here at Hilton Moor to get there and back without a lot of people saying hello. So 5 minutes I've missed. What have I missed?
Missed a very hot game of football. This is one of the quickest games of football. I don't know about you, Shane, but this is a quick game of football, mate, in the first 5. Very hotly contested. Jackson Potter's been electric in his first few minutes.
The jackpot. They hit the jackpot there. Jackson Potter. Did I get myself composed?
Toby Burns has been
looking
red hot
forward
too.
to this contest for all week, pumping it up. So it's great to be here in amongst it at my home ground, Hilton Moor Oval. A lot of familiar players of mine out there at the moment, so very much looking forward to this as Miller gets the clearance, takes it out of the ruck. Good kick forward. Harrison Pitt wins the race to it, picks it up easily at the half volley, wheels around on his left boot, not his finest hour with the foot, and it's run onto it by Smith. He wheels around on his right. He's very deadly accurate from that. Had enough time. Wheels around. That's Lloyd, I believe. He's kicked it long into the direction. And there's a teammate there. Touched on the line. Desperate defensive stuff by Bond. And it's just a point. Absolutely speedy. That was unbelievably quick. You're right, Ash. That is a very quick movement of the ball by both sides. So the second behind scored by Killarney Vale with some desperate dour defence right on the line there by Harrison Bond. He's got the ball now. His kick won't quite find the target on the full. They've got to work now. Hazelwood back in the side today. Finds Carney. Carney, his promotion, well worth it because he finds Miller with a kick. I expect a big game from Miller today. There's been a lot of talk about Aidan Wallace, and Adam Miller is very much ready for this challenge. Kick slightly off range on that occasion. Finds Smith. Chest mark taken at half back. He's got an option further inboard at Castelnuovo. He's done some riveting work so far this year. His left boot, good. Looking for Arthur. He has to reach high, can't get it. Goes over the back of the pack where Carney is there to do the defensive work. He looks a little ginger in the knee there, Carney, but that won't stop him. Good to see him in the senior side for the Panthers. Big punch by Wallace, only goes as far as Grimman Lee. He puts a high ball up, looking for Cookman. He's got 3 to beat there and does extremely well. Gets it onto the hands of Big Red, who looks in the pitbull direction. He does well with his direct defender, but he gathers to his feet beautifully there, NJ Convey. He's done well. He went to the ground, got back to his feet, and he's got his team out of trouble, just for the meantime anyway, because the kick comes straight back in again. Looking again for Pitt over the back. This time the ball speed will beat him, and they'll find the boundary line. But astounding work. Very quick game of football.
How good is it, Chop?
We are looking at the benchmark standard right here now. We could be seeing 2 very informed sides, and it's actually really striking how quickly and what pace this game is moving at. You can't help but get wrapped up in it as Grimman Lee picks up a crumb ball, puts it up, doesn't quite get purchase on the kick he would have liked. Its ball pushes through the youngster, almost breaks through into space. They're under pressure now, the Killarney Vale Bombers defence. In the hands of Pitt, he wheels around on his left, pulls it a little too hard, and therefore gets the minor score on this side. So it is neck and neck, isn't it?
Yeah, what a game so
1-2
far.
apiece.
What a game. First 10 minutes. If the next 110 minutes is as good as, or 190 minutes is as good as this,
I want to make sure
it's going to be magnificent.
The trainers have got defibrillators on standby because I can feel my heart racing.
They might need it for us. Over the top, Wallace couldn't get it. Great Rove Carter got the hand pass to Arthur. Arthur going down the centre of Hilton Moor. That's a pretty good kick to the spoon man, and Lloyd takes the mark. He's about 80 metres out, maybe 75. He goes long in the direction of Logan Mahallam. Mahallam got a touch, might get a foot. Got the goal. Read it best. Got the toe poke. Killarney Vale hit the lead for the first time in the game.
Looks like a match structure to me that they've got Lloyd at that half-forward position, clearly out of his range to kick the goals there, but he's linking up that play coming from half-back, but he's kicking long. That's 2 or 3 in a row we've seen him just launch it straight over the top of the presenting forward.
Yeah, well, they've got the wind at their back too, Killarney Vale coming with the breeze, so he's going to go that little bit longer, and Terrigal Avoca have got to wake up to that.
Yeah, well, Terrigal Avoca's first goal went over the back to Walters, and that one went over the back then, so I think both defences might have to start looking at that slingshot play.
Definitely looks set play at the moment. Back in the middle now, Wallace gets up high against Ellis, who's back in the side now, and this time the clearance with the Panthers. Grimmin Lee kicks it forward, picked up by Borg, can't get his hand pass out. He's looking for his teammate Hay right next to him. The umpire says we'll have a ball up. And what a clutch match of football. We've got a classy game of football ahead here, folks. Wallace does well, long tap, out to the advantage of his teammates. Smith has been active early in the game. His toe poke to the boundary line, however, will give up a rodeo rule free kick to the Panthers. And it'll be taken by Bishop. Back in the side last week and was very serviceable. Sticking with the trend of all great champion Panthers players of retiring and then making a solid comeback. He's found his almost lookalike out there in the field, just a few years younger in Corey Billins. He kicks a high one up, looking for Ethan Hay, new player at the side. Wheels around, he beats one bomber, gets it to Ethan Williams. High kick, looking in the Cookman direction. Cookman shows a burst of speed at ground level. The Bombers under siege again in the forward line. The Panthers will want to try and consolidate a goal here. High ball by Williams and a great mark. I believe that was Kenobi using the force. High. No mark taken. Could have been a push out. Fletcher Gorbash gets hold of it. Williams tackles Castel Nuovo. He gets his hand pass away in the nick of time. Toe poke by Burns across the play, across the field. Knight trying hard to pick it up. The youngster's doing very well for Panthers. There he is there on his second game of football. Kicks it over the top, puts it in a dangerous spot. Kenobi wheels on it, wheels around on his right boot. He's looking for a player further afield for the Bombers, but the boundary line will give relief to everybody. Some intensive work out there, Ash.
Yeah, it's been a great game. Pitt's 2 out at the moment. He's got Convy and Kenobi on him at the moment, the way they're starting to play. One's coming over the back and the one's directly on him. That can't be a lasso free kick. I don't know.
Well, it came off the boot. I think there's a question whether it was intentional, but it did come off the boot.
Yeah, I'm happy with that call, to be perfectly fair, because it was not intentional at all. This game's been red hot. Hope you've enjoyed the start of it. That's the first 12 and a half minutes. Nice effort out there by play. We don't have. You're going to have to help me with that one, mate, because the numbers have all changed.
Oh, have they? That's Sam Ellis, mate.
So, I'm glad you're here. That's all I can say.
Multi-premiership player for the Panthers. Another returning player, actually. He's had a little bit of time off last year.
We'll get that one back in there. So that one's a behind to the Terrigal Avoca side as Pigeon kicks this in for Killarney Vale. So scores at the moment, I think it's 1-3-9, or it might have been a free. I'm not sure there. It's over the top. Wallace, great hands there by Smith. Smith over the top, Arthur. Terrigal Avoca trying to take it over. This is Carney. Carney tries to take him on. Smith, great tackle. That's wonderful stuff, Nathan Smith. And Carney tries to reply in kind. He's given away the free kick. So Pike will take this free kick here for the... actually, it's Justin Allen here for the Killarney Vale Bombers. A lot of nude nuts on the field here today, which is great. Makes my hair look terrific as it comes off the pack. Here's Pike, another nude nut. Over in the football. Bombers try to get it. Panthers try to work with it there. That was Carney, backdoor hand pass. Went over the top, nicely done. Ball came back over the top now. Looking to dodge the danger here is Brady Manette. Good hand pass over the top. Nice kick over the back. This is Stanley Velt, the leading goal kicker in the comp. He's going to find it hard to kick goals. Great collision on Bishop, who stood up tall. Ball went to ground. That's marvellous pressure from both sides. And the intensity of this football, Chop, is just outstanding.
I've been talking this game up all week, Ash, because unlike Central Coast games against Central Coast sides are always big. But this one in particular, it just felt like it was building up to something special. Like Killarney Vale were here to really put on a flex on Terrigal and try and take that mantle that Terrigal have just held unchallenged for a long, long time. as the strongest club on the Central Coast. And I think Killarney Vale really believe that they've got the side to really challenge that for the first time in a number of years. So at least since the premiership year of theirs in 2022. So I was expecting big things, and we are seeing big things for sure. As the Bombers trying to merge from the pack with the ball. Pike, hand pass out wide. Kick taken by Smith on this occasion. It looks like it's out of bounds on the full, and the Panthers will get the free kick. So uncharacteristic. Panthers will now try and launch something by going across the face. They've got a free player there, Peters. He kicks further afield. Grimmin Lee is on his own. The two-time Elliot Davey medalist looks wide. He's got Knight running on the wing. A little bit of space, but he's held up and corralled by the Bombers' light defence. High ball now. Cookman read it best at the back. The Cookie Monster. He was waiting for that, and he just had the great position. You could see from a mile away he was going to gobble that up like a cookie. And keep the camera on him, please, Shane, because there'll be a goal celebration here for sure.
He just went nom, 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 nom then.
Yeah, there'll be a num-num for sure. He will. We're going to see stirring the pot. We might see the movie camera. One way or another, we'll see something, and it'll be worth capturing. Noah Cookman, just a live wire. My new spirit animal, I call him. He's about 25, 30 out, slight angle, not beyond him at all. Very composed with the kick. Didn't strike it quite as neatly, and that's what happens when you talk a player up. Every single time, guaranteed.
Absolutely. Put the moz on him there, Chop.
Absolutely. No, sorry, Noah. I'm going to really can you next time you're setting up for
He's got a terrible ball drop.
Yeah.
Horrible runner.
Yeah. Not friendly. Things like that.
He's been good. Cookman is a good mark. He's very, very adept at taking those in and reading it off the top.
Genuine goal sneak, isn't he?
Yeah, great player. Memory serves me correct. Kicked the first goal of the grand final last year.
Yep.
So
kicked the first goal last week too.
Oh, he's good at it. Pigeon. Poor kick. Cookman takes it. Over the top. Needs discipline. Goodall dropped the mark he otherwise would have taken. Soccer off the deck. Stanlin Velt looks for a target. Didn't find one. Went backwards. And clearing kick away here from the Bombers sitting underneath it. Gowrie with courage. Could have been a free. Stood up beautifully.
Did very well.
Tried to get it across. Arthur will take this footy and has a bit of time and space. That's been lacking in this game so far. Pinpoint pass to Kelvin Bond. So Bond goes long. Searching. Grabbing. Bringing down. Not quite there. Great Rove Henderson. This is where it'll be dangerous. Hand pass inboard and it's a high shot. Bombers will get a free. Not sure. Shane will probably tell us he's right through the camera.
It looked there to me.
It was definitely high. A little fortunate, I guess, as it came around, because as he swung around, he almost swung into the arm, or ran into the arm as he was trying to get around it. So a little bit of good fortune, but all good goal sneaks do that.
Play front spot, you get rewarded, and especially on a day like today, this will extend the lead to 2 straight goals. Henderson generally pretty good. Lines him up. That looks great off the boot. And was it touched?
Pulled it to the near side.
Pulled it left. So
yeah,
7 point. Actually, it's a 6 point margin as Birkinshaw brings it back into play.
Yeah, good mark there. That should be down the ground there. Just giving Bishop a little bit, and he'll remonstrate there for sure. He won't like being handled like that. And the consequences are a 50-metre penalty. And if I know Bishop, he'll take that personally. Lower his eyes, and you'll probably see a big performance from him, despite his where he sits age-wise at the moment. He's still a great contributor here to the Panthers and had a great game last week. This time, the kick by the Bombers, looking for Arthur on the far side. You know, he's got Gulbash to beat. And the toe poke's a goal! That came out of nowhere! The second game player, almost like even myself was not expecting that. That is tremendous. Just in his second game, Fletcher.
Fletcher Gersbach, yeah.
Yep.
Well, I think he tried to toe poke it to his own advantage. I'm not even sure he meant to
I
kick
think
it.
that was the plan, but Fletcher, he's a homegrown player, Fletcher, and a great young fellow. Was really excited to see him get his debut last week, and to see him kick that goal at a time where it's desperately needed too. He just goes back and kicks it.
That was great. That was brilliant. 15 points each here. 2-3 each. 5.5 minutes to go. Hilton Moore Oval. If you can't get to the ground, mate, if you can get it on your stream, tell your mates to get on the stream. This is a cracking game of footy. Goodall tried to soccer off the ground instead of bending down. Hand pass from Crystal Novo. Nice little delivery, and that was great. Is that Stanley Veld or is it Logan
I think
Mahallam?
it's Logan Mahallam, mate.
It is Mahallam.
Had to stretch every inch of his 8-foot arms to get that, didn't he?
I'll tell you what, if it wasn't his height, it would have been over the boundary line and out of bounds. He'd be the only person on the ground apart from Alec Walters who could probably have marked that. So this is to take the lead back with any score. They've been going at each other like a couple of heavyweights at Madison Square Garden. That's not a bad hit. To the left, 2-4 to 2-3. The Bombers slightly in front.
Possibly the only thing that I figured might trouble the Panthers today with the Bombers, I mean, apart from their vastly improved squad, was the fact that they've got 3 tall timbers forward now, and with Carter going out last week with a knee injury, I thought their tall defence might be stretched a little bit. But they do have the run and carry capacity, the Panthers, and they're going to show it right now. High ball goes out their fingertips of Pitt and is mopped up by Smith behind him. He grubbers one to Arthur. Lloyd loading up now the Bombers. Kick towards the forward line is picked up by Mahallam. His hand pass is errant, and now the defence swoop on it by the Panthers. Bond, he kicks and hopes. There's no one there. Jackson Potter just puts a high elbow up into, well, it looked a little higher the fend off, but umpire says nothing doing. It's deep in the forward line now for the Bombers. Tackle put on, picked up by Ellis. He's trying to scoop it and get hold of something, make something happen for the Panthers. It's deep in their defensive line. They don't like it there. Working hard now. Hand pass by Williams. He's looking for, it looks like, a Gowrie. He's tackled. Could be a free kick. The umpire says yes, it is.
Is that a lasso free?
No, it was an incorrect disposal, I believe. Arthur's the beneficiary of it, and he wastes no time putting it up. And the mark taken by Lloyd. That was textbook stuff, and it looked like something they've trained quite a few times for. Just waited for that presence of Lloyd, the spoon man, and they've got it to him. So they're a vastly improved side. There's no doubt about that. All built up a little, and it will test the Panthers, the reigning premiers, but they've got quite a number of players out of their top side. But Lloyd, you would think, second on the goal-kicking tally with 19 for the year, to level up with Stanley Velt, and he's missed that.
Goodness.
Well, we talked about this, Shane, last week, didn't we? The degree of difficulty needs to be significantly harder than that for Brendan Lloyd to be a guaranteed kick. He loves them when they're on tight angles. He's got 6 players hanging off your jumper.
Kick in into the Terrigal Avoca Panthers. 2 minutes and 40 seconds remaining. Great kick into Pitt. Pitt is a long way down the ground. He ain't going to score from there in a hurry unless he turns and boots it through the opposition goals. So Pitt deep at half-back. Short ball. Almost cut off by Smith. Cookman did well to keep it in front of him. Play on says the up hand pass out there by Williams to Cookman and out of bounds. So it's a red-hot game. Both sides hard at it. Killarney Vale much improved. They've got the squad. They put their hand into the checkbook, grabbed some plays, grabbed a wonderful coach in Ben Roberts. Down to the deck it goes. Arthur goes to ground. Play on says the arm. Boundary umpire says it went out of bounds beforehand. So Logan Mahallam's been very good for the Bombers so far. Presenting well. They've got a rotation with their key forwards, haven't they? They're just swinging them around as we see Logan Mahallam deep in the forward line. It's a deep key at the moment. So toe poke off the ground there. Yeah, both off Kenobi, off Wallace and out of bounds. I wonder when the last time is, and Andy Baldwin would probably tell us, when the reigning Black Diamond Plate medalist and the reigning Elliot Davey medalist are on the ground at the same time. Jack Grimmonley and Tom Castelnuovo. Yes. So ball goes into play. Miller tried to get the tap out. Stanley Velt. Oh, Carney magnificent from behind. Holding the ball, says the ump. Yep, well earned. Carney takes the free kick. He's been well held this afternoon, Nicholas Stanley Velt. He's seeing the standard of the AFL, Hunter Central Coast, after a few easier weeks. And Ash, there would have been a few seconds when Kristen Kessler was walking off the ground. You would have had a women's medalist as well on the ground at the same time. So there you go. There's a stat for you. Oh, some great stats in there, isn't it? So I think this is 50 metres, is it? Yeah, it is. So Jack Grimmonley's got the ball now. He's running it up to the full measure of his 50. He's had a great day so far, Grimmonley. Had a chat with him last night. He's a long-time friend of mine, and I've coached him in the past as well. And there's no one more focused on a football match than him once that siren blows. Then he goes back to his fun-loving self as soon as the game's over. But he's kicked a high ball, looking for his key forwards to contest here. And one of them gets it. Hand pass from Walters onto Cookman, and the Cookie Monster does it. Keep the camera on him, Shane. He'll celebrate for sure.
Once he gets a moment, he promised me one. Cookie Monster adds another one to the Terrigal Avoca Panthers. They arrest the lead again. 3 goals, 3-21, 2-5-17. I get the feeling this type of arm wrestle will go for most of the day today. I get the sensation that this means an awful lot to both of these sides. There's almost like a nudge ahead as they head towards September. That's the end of the quarter. First one down, and what a bumper it was too. 3-3-21, 6 scoring shots for the Panthers, 2-5-17, 7 to the Killarney Vale Bombers. Not much separating these two sides at the moment, at least not in the first exchange.
Well, the only thing separating them at the moment is the goal kicking, really. It's been a couple of misses that Brandon Lloyd would rather forget, and some key efforts on the line. But it's been a sensational first term. If it keeps going like this, ladies and gentlemen, we are going to be into it for an absolute cliffhanging day. 3-3-21 to 2-5-17. The Panthers lead at quarter time. Welcome back to Hilton Moore Oval. Quarter time has been served. Both sides have been into the huddles. Chris Bishop and Ben Roberts saying their final instructions to the boys. It was a marvellous first quarter, Shane. That is one of the best quarters of football I've seen at this level.
Well, I've got some good news for you. There's another 3 to go.
Oh, mate, it's going to be a marvellous next 3 quarters as Killarney Vale run against the breeze left to right here. Tap down was by Wallace. Intercepted there by the Terrigal Avoca Panthers. Going through the pack there at the rate of knots was Knight. Tried to extract it. Ball up and under. This should be play on. Nice tap down. Sneaky Miller tried to extract. Tried to go a little further. Carrying the football with him was Goodall, I believe, there, and gives away the free kick. That should almost be 50 as he put that down on the ground. So good kick across there to Bishop. Bishop always does the discipline thing. Kicks it well. Lovely ball. That was down there to Hayes. So Hayes is probably the best part of 65 metres out from goal. Here are the leads coming now. Ball long. Leap over the top. Hay couldn't get there. Disciplined defending. Hand pass across. That's a dangerous ball. Bounced over the top of Burns. Arthur. Little hand pass there. Potter. Potter came across to Smith. Along the wing. He's got to get rid of it now, and he does. Sends a long ball in the direction of Henderson. Birkinshaw didn't really look at the footy, but didn't really make contact either. Over the ball here. Hazelwood tried to keep it in. And he's done well at the end as Henderson and Hazelwood have a little bit of a play wrestle over the boundary line.
Looked like Henderson was very aware who was bearing down on him then. Former teammates over at Gosford for a number of years. And I think Hendo's seen Birkinshaw run through quite a few people over the years and did not want to be one of them. So, ball throw in now. Dangerous spot for the Panthers. Miller gets first fist on that. He tries to recover it at ground level, but he's wrapped up. The ball at the bottom of the pack here. Scramble, hands and feet everywhere. Umpire says, I'll have it. Ball up. Try and create some space here. But I tell you what, I just wandered back from the canteen at quarter time again. I don't know why. Sharon over there does a wonderful job for the Terrigal Avoca Panthers. But there is a great atmosphere amongst the crowd here. Everyone on the Central Coast on the edge of their seat enjoying this match today. And myself, one of them. If you're a Central Coast native and you're anywhere within earshot, worth coming down to Hilton Moore Oval, you won't see much better quality football than what we've got here going on at the moment as Miller paddles the ball towards, it looks like Hazelwood back in the side today. Carney just sold a gigantic bag of red frogs, but his kick, unfortunately, is chopped off. Is that Mahallam over there? Big kick away, but that kick is errant as well. That was Convey, I do apologise. The smaller mullets on the Killarney Vale players here make it a little confusing to pick them from a distance, but we do love the visuals that we have right here at ground level for Hilton Moore. The Bombers chop it off. Kick to Ranger now. He wheels around on the wing. Right boot. Sends one fired in, but it's Birkinshaw who takes a mark uncontested. Kicks across the face. Finds Bishop. Bishop gets his kick away quickly. This is where the Panthers are good. They quickly find space. He's got Williams here on the wing further width. So 4 kicks it took to get to here. It's just overcooked a little bit, and the boundary line will get it. Now that's a throw in because it's come off hands.
It's been paid, has it, by the ump? No. Gee goodness, she was waving the.
Yeah, I couldn't tell if she was saying throw in or any sideways movement on that throw in call is a rodeo. So we're watching it with really closely. So pick up here by the Bombers. Quick tackle on Williams, who had the ball. He didn't have any chance to get rid of it there, so we'll have another ball up. But the level of intensity, you have to be moving at a rate of watts to be able to get a ball away here at the moment. That's how fast it's moving. Miller, under punch, gives it a little uppercut. Smith tries to fend off, and to his chagrin, he's going to just keep it in board to Wallace. And perfectly measured kick. Arthur streaming on the inside, levels one down and rockets it to him. Peters does very well to stop that. There was a rampaging Lloyd who's come in with a bit of physicality there, and that was a brilliant defensive work. I think it was Peters there who did that.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah. Bounced off Lloyd's leg, so Terrigal Avoca will get the free kick
for a hold against. Free kick for a hold,
was it?
Right,
yeah.
Okay.
So Peters drives long down the wing. Packer plays, Miller at the back, Smith read it best. Was it a push? No. So he gets the mark. Couple of updated scores. Warners Bay in front early against Newcastle at quarter time, 14-9, and Maitland in front of Cardiff. So that one comes over to us, and Corey Opper's going to get a stat.
Oh, got a stat. Look at this.
Loves it.
See that?
And if only the camera could pan that far across.
That's all right. They saw the result of it. Went straight to the umpire. So
Nelson
still
Bay,
got it. Shield teams out there.
Nelson Bay 63, the entrance Butter Bay 53.
Oh,
There's another
okay.
tight. These games are terrific today. So
What a great comment on the Black Diamond Cup and the AFL HCC across the board to see a Premier Division enjoying such close contests. Well done, everybody. Keep it up.
So first 5 minutes, that throwing needs to be recalled. That ball's gone about 22 metres sideways.
100%. She's asked him to do that. She's done well.
Yeah, good call there from the ump.
What happened there, Ash?
He tried to. I think he's tried. Look, boundary umpires are taught to throw it in the centre of the ground, but unless he's playing for Terrigal, he's still throwing it towards a Terrigal goal. Miller gets it down.
He must have to adjust his stance like I do my golf swing, mate.
Might have to, like mine. Peters got it into Grim and Lee. That'll be a free for an aftermath.
Free. Yep.
And if they keep going, it'll be 50. It's a definite free kick to Flynn Peters. So
Sure is.
gee, he's come in for some close attention the last couple of plays.
Yep.
He's going to look to centralise. That's play on. Umpire did nothing. I'm surprised she hasn't paid 50.
He's done well in
Glanced
the
at
end.
ump, go over the top there to Burns, and that might be a lasso free kick. And it was touched. So, well, we're in a bit of a land of confusion at the moment. She's calling. Jess Barnes is calling lasso, and she's asked the boundary, and we'll work it out in the end. So. That was about a minute I'd love to have back chop, to be perfectly honest.
Unfortunately, you never get it.
As ball comes down to Grim and Lee. Tackled late there by Wallace. Hand pass in ball. That
What's
was
he
by
doing?
Hayes to Miller. And they're still going and next
Oi.
to us here. It's a nice little blue. Pitt's going to run onto this, and he's got the skills to get around on his right foot. Snap around the body. Harrison Pitts! Oh, yeah, the Pitt ball! That is class from the master goal kicking. That is outstanding, Harrison Pitt. You could see it from the second he picked it up. You knew what he was going to do, Chop. Went on the right foot, snapped it around the corner.
Yep.
What a goal.
Spectacular stuff. And heaven forbid if he gets to that level that he was at last week, because he's virtually unstoppable. It was the question mark that I had, the forward strength of the two sides. There's firepower at both ends, there's no doubt, but probably just a little more, a couple extra guns down the Killarney Vale end, especially with one less tall defender. But if Harrison Pitt's having a day out, it won't matter. It won't matter. He will kick. You saw 10 last week, and that was only because he was late to the game. I think he was on time today, so he's actually really focused. As the game resumes in the middle, we saw Jack Grimm and Corey Billings that gets the free kick there. They'll be fired up. We saw a little exchange between Wallace and Grimm and Lee, and the goal was ensuing immediately for the Panthers. So as Smith wheels around on his right boot, sends it up high. There's 2-on-1 there. Comprehensively outgunned on that occasion, the Bombers, and a free kick 50 metres.
No standing.
Going the way of Flynn Peters. So he's had a little win there, Flynn Peters. Got a little bit of close checking attention, a little bit of roughhousing as well.
Has this been reversed?
It must have been, yeah.
All right, so what's happened there?
So it was 50 to Flynn Peters, and then he's done something off the ball, so the umpires reversed it back to...
Right, well, none of us saw exactly what it was, so we can only guess what could have occurred.
Apart from the pick goal, that's about 3.5 minutes I'd love to have back. Choppers gets it down forward now. Let's see what they can make out of here, the Bombers, over the top of Allen there. Hand pass there from Lewis, went across, back to Allen. Allen tried to sidestep, got the hand pass back, almost threw it out. Lewis provided the shepherd. Goodall couldn't get down far enough. Nice work there, Allen. Good tackle pressure. I'm pretty sure that's Bishop, is it? On the deck there, or is it Billings? It is Billings, who's a wonderful footballer at this level. He gets in and does all the dirty work. So back in the ruck we go. Nice tap down. That was by Sam Ellis. Hand pass out, hand pass back into congestion. Running through it at the rate of knots there was Castelnovo. Backing across to Pike. Pike's got some room, tried to hit a target. Went to pick it up there with Stanley Veld. He's been brilliantly held at the moment, and Peters did the discipline thing. They cannot give that a deliberate rush behind. I'll walk home if they do that. I'll leave my car here and I'll start to walk, and it'll take me about that long to get me frustrations out, I reckon, if that happened. So they bring it back.
They did, Nash, so you're all good.
I'm good. Lucky I got you two blokes to calm me down if that happens. That's all I can say as they work it around the sideline here as Billings comes off. And Burns takes the football. That's a marvellous kick to Cookman. Cookman is in tons of space. He goes out to Pitt. Pitt over the back. He rode it over the back beautifully. Tried to keep it in play. And it goes out of bounds. That was intelligent from Harrison Pitt. He just sent his man, pushed his man slightly under the footy and tried to backtrack it, Chop.
He uses his body beautifully. He's got he's taller, deceivingly tall. When you stand next to him, you see just how tall he is. But he uses his body beautifully. He's got great balance and sublime skills. So they'll need all of them today to overcome Killarney Vale Bombers, because they are definitely coming. They are remodelled and looking very good. As the kick-on goal now by the Panthers. Just doesn't have the carry to get to Pitt at the back of that pack, but he looks like he's sort of waiting at the back of the pack a little bit. So whether that's a strategy or not for the Panthers, for him to sit a little bit behind and then use his body behind the pack there or not, we'll have to wait and see. But he does seem to sit at the back of him a little bit as the Bombers bring the ball in now through Jackson Potter, the jackpot, kicks it up high, just absolutely caresses the boundary line with that one. Smith doing a mountain of work, very reliable in that half-back position. The kick just a little bit too much on it for Birkinshaw to take the mark. Grimond Lee shows composure. He's tackled high. That's not sure if the umpire did look high to me, the first contact, but two of them got him. And free kick's going to Bond anyway. So the Bombers got the free kick on the wing. Looking ahead, slowing it down a little bit. Might suit the Bombers. Looking for Arthur. He's got the metre on his direct opponent tonight and takes a good mark. Arthur talking a little bit about the new match structure of the side, and that might have been a little bit of a look at it. And so the mark's been taken. It was a beautifully weighted kick in the end. And now the Bombers in the box seat to kick this goal. So Nicholas Van Linstelt, so-called St. Nicholas, the patron saint of goals at Killarney Vale. He's kicked 11 in round 2, 6 in round 3. That's bag-to-bag bags. He'll be looking for another one today. They'd be rejoicing if he did. 35 out. Difficult angle. We get a good look at it from this end. The crowd gives us a better sound of it from their end. That's a goal, and a very good one indeed. There'll be celebrations over on the Killarney Vale side of the oval here with that one. He measured that beautifully, and we just got to look at the quality of that guy with that kick. That was remarkable.
He's got a good finish on him. He hasn't had much of the footy in this game. And look, to be fair to the other teams, you're kicking 11 and 6. If you're kicking 11 against Wyong or 6 against other teams, fair enough. But to do it against a side like this, you have to be on top of it. You have to be at a top level. And I think Nicholas Stanlin-Velt today is getting an understanding of what top-level AFL Hunter Central Coast looks like. As we go back to the middle. Castelnovo left it behind, working with it, Ranger. Ball to the outside. Lewis with it about 60 out. Calls a man to go back. Tries to get on the boot. Not the best kick. Working through the danger there. I thought that might have been Potter that tried to get through. And working it nicely out wide to Grimond Lee, who's done a ton of running to get to that point. That was marvellous. Lasso free kick. I think it's going to Terrigal. Or is it? I think it was. I think it's been signal lasso. I think it's going to Terrigal.
Yeah, right.
Last kick was off Ranger. So Jack Grimond Lee will get the free.
Yep.
That was.
He is a warrior today, isn't he?
That was a Herculean piece of running.
Yeah.
So Grimond Lee now takes it away from the half-back line, kicks it to that's got to be 50, and if not, I'll tell you what, that's close to 50 as Ellis cops one after he marked it.
Yeah, he had plenty of time with it in his hands, didn't he? The Killarney Vale Bombers certainly letting him know they're here.
So ball goes into the forward line now. Nice mark taken. Pretty sure that's one of the Mahallums. It's Logan. So Logan switches the play. Dangerous. Hazelwood comes to grab it. Needs to bump and shove. That might have been high. It
was.
And it is off Pigeon. He had plenty of body to work with. And instead he got off the ground and hit him high. Or was that Convey that got him?
Convey was in amongst it. I think there was a couple that got arms around him in the end, but he did that well, Hazelwood. And there's 50.
That's
four. It was always coming.
That is 4 50-metre penalties against Killarney Vale today. Ben Roberts would be absolutely...
Who gave that? Because the player...
was on
Lewis.
Lewis.
That Lewis? Lewis just looked like he was coming over to I don't know, to do something wrong.
Let's just... I'll keep this very short and sweet.
Yep.
Let's just hope that the game isn't decided by the people in green.
Well,
because that type of 50,
in all fairness,
could be where it is.
Ash,
I mean, look, he wasn't standing still. Probably said something. I don't know. the umpire knows best, but let's just let these guys play because these two sides have given us a wonderful treat.
They have, and I'm not disagreeing with that at all.
On the replay, he's gone the celebration shop.
Yes, good work, Hazy. Nice. Just a little goal, Sally there. We love that. I agree with that, Ash, but there's a little bit happening off the ball here at the moment. There's a little bit of physicality and staunching that's real borderline here, and I'm not saying it's going directly one way or the other, but I think it's wise for the umpires to nip that in the bud now, because you don't want to see that players getting away with that too much.
Yeah.
Physicality is great within the lines of the game, there's no doubt. You don't want to see anyone get injured at the same time too. So back in the middle now, and the Panthers win this clearance. Billings, big kick forward. Adam Miller tries to rise above Wallace. What an intriguing battle that's going to be today. A free kick going the way of the Panthers, and Bishop plays on quickly. The whistle's been blown and they're bringing it back. So Hazelwood again, the beneficiary. He's got Burns on this side if he wants to find him, but he puts in the hot spot looking for Walters. A couple of Bombers in that marking contest. They took each other out of it. Miller, hand pass over the top. Umpire's found a whistle now and it's going the Bombers' way this time. So not sure what for, but it would have been there, no doubt. And Kenobi will take it. So Kenobi deep in defence. He's been a wonderful defender for the Bombers for such a long time now. Well and truly a senior player. High ball. Henderson works his way to the front. Can't get it. Burns a couple of punches. It's like a game of volleyball out there. Quick kick by Arthur. Isn't touched by anyone. And we'll have a steer. Roped one in as Flynn Peters. Plays on quickly. He's got Ellis in the middle all by himself. Looks for a runner. There isn't one. Fletcher wheels around. Runs into space. He's going to get into the eyes of Hay here. They're going to keep streaming. You've picked it up now. The shot on goal by the Panthers. Long and hopeful in the end, but nothing more than a behind score. So a little bit of a surge by the Panthers here, Ash, would you say?
Yeah, absolutely. Was that Finley Coote, was it? And
it did look like a new face to me.
We don't have 44, but we do have a 94. So hopefully it's about the 7th number change for the Panthers today, and the 4th one we don't know about. So lucky you're here, just quiet. Yeah. So short ball comes in, that's dangerous, but it is marked, and the Bombers that get the opportunity now. They're behind by 2 goals. It's been a wonderful contest here. Hope you're enjoying all the action on the scene and the YouTube page of the AFL Hunter Central Coast as Williams takes the grab. Just in front of the little gaggle of spectators there as Birkinshaw takes the mark. So see the time on the top of your screen. It's about 7 3/4 minutes to go. Long ball comes in. Pack mark. Pitt almost took a specky over the top. Smith tried to dribble that out of pressure. Here's an opportunity. Oh, that was a massive collision. Could have been too high though. And this might kick off if they don't get away. Is that Burns or?
That's Knight.
Or Knight, yep. That was a massive shot.
18s.
Yeah, that was a massive shot. And I had that as an umpire. He's only a junior up under 18s, mate. When you're taking a senior game and men's cup footy, you get hit like a men's cup player.
Oh, mate, yeah, no, I wasn't saying take it easy on him at all. I mean, he'd be the last one who'd call for that too. He's one of, I think there's 4 or 5 under 18 players playing there today, and they play every bit
Knight's
as accountable
kick.
football.
Oh, I think that's a mark, is it? It's a mark to Cookman.
There's 2 bites on it.
He had enough of it, I reckon.
He's claiming it. He wants it.
Yep, I reckon it's a
grab.
grab.
They're questioning it. They really... And I think they had every right to probably claim that too.
Yeah. Oh, look, it's been a few contentious ones. Sneaky tried to get it out, and Billings over it. And that one's got... sorry, that's Bishop.
Yep.
Bishop over it. Just had to look down the nude nut to make sure the facial hair wasn't there. Bishop lurking around the pack. Billings there as well. Hand pass out. Pike tried to get rid of it. This is real pressure stuff here from the Panthers in their forward line. Well done in the end there by Pigeon, who got it long and just had to hack it out of trouble. This is all they've been left with there at the moment. The Bombers, the slingshot might happen, but that ball, Hazelwood underneath it with Arthur. Great courage shown by both sides. Phil Shepherd off the back. Ellis tries to pick it up. Allen in there with it for the Killarney Vale side. Great work there. The Panthers, Peters tried to get with it. Grimm and Lee almost went through it. Goodall backed into trouble. That's a footy move, holding the ball. Great decision. So it'll be a free kick to the Panthers. I think Sneaky Miller. Tell you what, he's on camera. Adam, go for goal.
He's
gone long. This is going to go all the way over the back. Hit, almost there. That's a wonderful effort. And
Well,
it's in there for a ball.
Good call, Ash. I tell you what, that was a good call. How about that? It sailed Sneaky Miller. Whether he heard you or not, he had the same thing in mind, didn't he? He just went back and barreled that and far out, travelled every bit of 70 metres. Beautiful kick. We're right there at the coalface now for the Panthers. They just need boot to ball. Pitt ferociously getting it almost there. And the free kick going against him in the end. Was it incorrect disposal? Must be. But there is so much feeling in this game. And I tell you what, I hope you're watching this because these are as crisp a pictures. The detail in this imagery here by Scene Productions is just tremendous. You can see the sweat beating off the foreheads of these players, such as the pressure. And the free kick now going to NJ Convey, and he will get the Bombers out of immediate danger. Long kick. It's going to caress the boundary line. It's over. That's a free kick going back the way of the Panthers. So crucial mistake possibly in the end. And Chris Bishop, the 19-year coach of this Terrigal Avoca senior outfit, pinpoints one in the middle. No mark taken, but it's ended up in Billings' hands, and he sent one through for another behind. So they shuffle a little further ahead, the Panthers, 36-24.
Got another bag in the cup today. Mitchell Hall for Nelson Bay's got 5. Nelson Bay 12-5-77. Right. The entrance Baddo Bay 9-5-59. Great game. 16 minutes remaining. It's still anyone's match there. Newcastle City 22. Warners Bay 15. Cardiff 30. Maitland 26. The games today have been outstanding. Mahallam got spoiled by accident there from Henderson. Hand pass out to Grimman Lee. Gets onto his right foot. Drives it long and deep inside 50. Good coverage. Pigeon takes the mark in the back line. So Pigeon, pretty sure this is Max Pigeon. He's been very steady with his hands today. Been okay with his feet. And that's a great kick to Logan Mahallam. And if you can't spot Logan Mahallam on a footy field, you might need to go to Specsavers. He's the tallest bloke on the ground.
I think
it might be maybe Alec Walters or someone like that.
I think Aidan Wallace might just pitch it.
Great body work there by Stanley Velt. Great mark. Goes long to one-on-one. Great effort at the back, Lloyd. Oh, wonderful. Rove Allen just needs to clean up. Couldn't finish it. Handball back to another nude nut. There's Castelnuovo. Oh, desperation defending Panthers. They give away the free kick. And Ton Castelnuovo will take a shot at goal to bring the margin back down to single figures with 3 minutes remaining in the first half. Ben Roberts has a chat there to Logan Mahallam, gives him a pat on the back and says, keep going, son. Gee, it's been a wonderful contest. It's an absolute honour to be here today, to be perfectly honest, guys. It's just, what a game so far.
Yeah, it's definitely delivering what it promised.
So Castelnuovo, Black Diamond Plate medalist with the largest votes in the history of the plate medal.
It's actually his brother. Is that Jake? That's not Jake.
Tom. I've got Tom, yeah. Tom's the team list.
His brother Jake was
the winner, wasn't it? Yeah, that's the one.
Yep. Sorry, mate.
No, that's right. Please.
Jake would have heard that and probably come knocking on my door saying,
sorry,
hey.
Jake. You're the man. Well, there you go. That got rid of the Black Diamond Cup.
Yeah,
it did, didn't it?
Sorry, I was trying to work out.
Man.
I didn't see Jake on the list there.
Yeah.
His brother Jake, his younger brother Jake.
He's the man. Good on you, Jake. If you're watching, mate, I'll take back everything I said, rewind it, scrub it off the video later.
Shows you how hard it is to break into these first grade sides, that's for sure. As we go back to the middle now, only a couple of minutes left remaining in the first half. It's been just a bumper clash, promising delivering everything it has promised, that's for sure. We'll have another ball up in the middle. And this is Wallace. Is it Wallace? No, Mahallam's in the middle there at the moment. But Wallace has been doing some of the ruck work as Bond gets the ball out of the middle for the Bombers, and a mark taken by Stanley Velt. Santa goals, we call him. He's delivered a couple of sacks of goals already so far this year.
Well, his last one from this area, he sailed right through the middle, so
it was actually
he likes him from this side.
Absolutely primed. He measured it, angled it like a true surveyor. So we know he can kick him from here, and I think he's even opened up the angle a little bit. So one would think, if we're going by the numbers, he should be able to deliver this one home as well. Stanley Velt, Santa goals, patron Santa goals for the Killarney Vale Bombers in the place he likes to be. Well, there's no doubt about that. He likes it there. Straight through the middle with the perfect little inside-out curve. And another one for the Killarney Vale Bombers brings that close to dead level, 5-7-37 to 5-6-36. What a half of footy. This is living up to everything we could have hoped for, I think, as these two sides flex over who is the titan of the Central Coast.
This is magnificent football. What an advertisement for the AFL Hunter Central Coast this afternoon. Great hand pass. Oh, Hazelwood just overran at Cookman. Tackle without the footy, maybe. Tackle from behind was too high, and Hazelwood unfortunately gives away 50. Oh, that's not the right time with 3 seconds to go in the quarter. And Tom Castelnuovo.
That's their cousins. Ash, can I just say?
Are they?
Hazelwood and Castelnuovo. Cousins grew up together, so Hazelwood probably took a bit of family liberties there.
Well, he's 60, probably the best part of 60 metres out. It's going to be a mammoth kick into the breeze. And a score will leave, behind will even it, as that one ended up at Erina. Yep. And so we get to half-time here at Hilton Moore Oval. Corey Hopper, I'm going to have to take me blood pressure medication, mate. That half, I don't know about you, but I've been involved in this league for about 15 years. You've been involved in it for more. Have you seen a better half than that?
Well,
that was outstanding.
To recall off the top of my head, no. It's as good as we've seen, and we look for things like this to say, like, where's the standard of the game right now? We watch this, and it moves at that cracking pace, goal for goal, but not blowouts. We're seeing just as much effort from defence. Defence has to be just as tight as the forward line has to be kind of forthright, I guess, and we're just seeing the absolute finest of Central Coast football right now. I've got a little statistic I'll share with us after the break, because I think our Cameron needs to eat his bacon egg roll. So,
well, it's 1 point the difference at half-time. If your mates aren't watching, text them and get them to like and subscribe. We'll be back for a magnificent second half after this break.
Well, joining us now is our scene stealer from round 3. Of course, we saw him in action on the weekend out at Maitland. Against Maitland, he kicked 10 goals. It really got his goal-kicking season off to a flyer after a couple of slightly slower weeks. I'm, of course, joined now with Harrison Pitt. Harrison's played 161 games, 3 times goal-kicking medal for the AFL Hunter Central Coast. Bit of a stint down in the Sydney League as well, and 2-time premiership player. Good afternoon, Harrison. Welcome to the podcast.
G'day, Shane. G'day, Ash.
Yeah, g'day, Harrison. How are you, mate?
Yeah, I'm well.
Good. I mentioned it was a bit of a slower start to your goal-kicking season this year. Only four goals across rounds 1 and 2, but you really made up for that on the weekend. What was the mindset like coming into round 3 with only 4 goals behind your name?
Yeah, it wasn't. It's probably a bit less than what I usually start with, but we versed a pretty good opposition to start with in Newey, and then Warners Bay, unfortunately, did get an injury in the second quarter, which put me out for the rest of the game, and then we had a bye last week, which sort of gave me time to get back. And yeah, I was actually surprised how good I was feeling on Saturday. But yeah, we're all fine on all cylinders, so yeah, it was good to get a few back.
Yeah, and when your team's firing, you generally are one of the catalysts for the firing. I remember interviewing you last year on the stage for the Elliot Davey night when you won your 3rd goal-kicking trophy, Harrison. Talk about, I guess, the way that you fit into the structure. I guess you'd be the the spearhead. The delivery that comes in here must be tremendous, mate.
Yeah, well, I think we're very well-rounded as a team, especially this year. Like, it all starts off at the back line. We've got, very good players down there in Mackenzie, Leecroft, Tyson Bond back this year. And then, obviously, our midfield, we're stacked in the midfield with a lot of experience together, which means we have good chemistry. E. Williams, he's playing very well at the moment. Toby Burns, Jacob and Lee, obviously, we know what he can do. And yeah, once he gets into the forward line, we also have some weapons back there. And yeah, we just try and make do with what we got down there and try and obviously put them through the big sticks. And yeah, sometimes it works well, sometimes it doesn't. But no, we try hard as a team. So
yeah. You talk about some big weapons down in the forward line, and obviously yourself and Alec Walters, 1 and 2 in the goal kicking last year. You snuck back in the last couple of weeks of the year and ripped the goal kicking trophy out of his hands. Was there any hard feelings around the training camp when he kicked that last goal?
Oh, maybe a little bit. I think it helped me a bit because I think Adam Miller was actually out that game, and obviously Al being as tall as he is, he got pulled into the ruck, which helped me a fair bit. So yeah, I think he had probably one or two chances to maybe kick one where he probably still would have won it or tied. But yeah, I mean, I was pretty happy to get it back. Maybe it wasn't as deserving as what it should have been. I think I was a very good candidate for it. But I mean, to take away from a teammate, I'd rather take it away from him than someone else. You know, getting 1 and 2 in the goal kicking as a team is pretty good. So.
No, excellent. And you had a stint in AFL Sydney with the Pennant Hills Demons, who are flying, by the way, mind you. They're beating some big guns this year. How was the experience there, mate?
I loved it. Like Ben Roberts, who's now Killarney Vale's coach, he's obviously very good, has a lot of wisdom. Then I've got another couple assistant coaches down there who are really good. All the boys there, like, they're all such good blokes. Like, I mean, every club you go to, you find good people and stuff, and Pennant Hills is no different. Obviously, I was playing with Riley Hawes down there, Dill Bonham, who are also playing in this comp. So, yeah, there's a lot of good players, and I definitely would recommend anyone who wants to maybe take another step up in their footy career to go down there. They love having Central Coast people come down, as it's probably the closest club, and yeah, they're very welcoming and all that type of stuff. So, yeah, I would definitely. I want to do it again, to be honest, but it is a bit hard logistically with travel and my work and all that type of stuff. But yeah, definitely, it was a good time for sure.
I'm sure the Panthers are happy that the logistics are tough.
Yeah. 10 minutes away from training from where I live is a lot better than an hour and 20. So yeah.
And Ash, I'm sure you've got a question about that mark, I'm sure.
Well, he's given me, Harrison, you've single-handedly given me my greatest commentary highlight, mate, with the AFL Sydney Mark of the Year at Pennant Hills at Cambridge Oval, Bruce Purser Reserve, where the East Coast Eagles are supposed to fly, but you did all the flying instead. Mate, can you describe that grab? Because I can only describe it as sensational.
Well, I mean, it's probably the best mark I've taken. Like, it probably definitely is. It's just, taking a specky is one of those things, like, the stars have to align. It's just got to be the perfect amount of people in front of you, the perfect height, the ball coming in, and all that type of stuff. And I mean, it happened so quick, I just kind of was like, oh, well, I mean, I guess I jumped for it. And next thing I knew, I was up there on the shoulders and got a bit of a boost and ended up on my hands, and I came down pretty hard on my back. So I actually went off after that. I missed the goal because I was a bit dizzy.
Yeah.
And then I came off after the mark and had a bit of a rest. And yeah, my back was pretty sore for a couple of weeks after that. But no, I do it all again. Yeah, hopefully I get the chance to take another one.
Yep.
Fair enough. Now, Bish is obviously coming off a premiership last year. He's been coaching for, I don't even know how many years. It feels like 20, 30, 40, whatever it is. What's his instructions to the team this year? Obviously, this time you're not the hunter anymore. You're the hunted coming off that premiership. What's the message among the camp heading into 2026?
I think it's mainly same old. We kind of do the same thing every year. Like, we kind of have the same group of players, and it seems to work. Yeah, like, if it's not broke, don't fix it. And I think Bishy's a very good catalyst for that. We just stay consistent at training. Yeah, we have a lot of young kids coming in at the moment who are trying out, and they seem to do very well. So it's good to have that depth there. But yeah, we know who our best sort of 22 is in the club, and we kind of want to, obviously get to that point at the end of the season where we've got our strongest squad out there. But yeah, I think it's just everyone turn up to training and they do recovery as well as they can and all that type of stuff. I think that's probably the main goal to it.
And looking forward to rep footy in a couple of weeks. I'm assuming you're going to be selected in a couple of weeks, but training Wednesday night for the rep trials. I'd expect you to be selected. You're looking forward to the challenge of the South Coast again?
Yeah, I'm actually pretty keen. I think this would be my third time against South Coast. The first time I was in the team, we lost. That was down in Wollongong. And then when I was in Sydney, the boys beat South Coast, which I unfortunately missed out on, which would have been good to get a one-up on the South Coast. And then last year, obviously, we fell short again. So I'm 0-2 against them. So it would be nice to have another crack at them, and hopefully we can get a strong squad, because I think the last couple of times we've been a bit late in getting the squad together, and it's been hard to get chemistry. And I think South Coast play a lot of the same sort of like 2 or 3 teams so they've already got a bit of that gelling that we usually don't have. But I think that's pretty secret if we do get the win against them. But yeah, overall looking very forward to it.
Good stuff. Well, thanks for your time, Harrison. Congratulations on the Steeler Award from last weekend. Now, our match of the round this weekend is also down at Hilton Moor, so we get a chance to see you on the screen again. Got a chance for another voucher thanks to our friends at Six Strings Brewing. So all the best for this Saturday's game. Good luck against Killarney Vale. We can't wait to see you out there on Saturday.
Thanks, guys.
Thanks, mate.
Nice. Thanks, Petty. That's it.
Welcome, everyone, to episode 5 of the Black Diamond podcast. My name's Shane Darwin. I'm joined by Ashley Borg, and we are back to cover off another week of all your Black Diamond action. Of course, we had the second part, take 2 of round 3 over the weekend. We covered some games out at Maitland, and we look forward to all the action coming up from round 4, which will be on our doorsteps in just a day or two's time. And Ash, welcome back. You had a little bit of time away, but good to see you back here. What excited you from the week just gone?
Mate, I was very excited going to the MCG for the first time in about 4 or 5 years and watching my beloved Pies. Unfortunately, they didn't get over the line to complete the excitement all the way through. But, yeah, it was a good game of footy for the most part. Won't want to watch that third quarter again. Gee, it was dire for both sides. But, yeah, it was. We put up a great fight. Deserved the win, but got the draw in the end. Really looking forward to being back at where the real footy's at here on the AFL Hunter Central Coast.
That's it. And listen, for me, it was. I'm going to go with a two-parter, which I know is a little bit cheeky, but number one was the Max McMahon Oval facilities. We got to see the facilities out there for the first time, and that redevelopment is outstanding. Really exciting for the club, and I think for the league in general, as far as getting people on board. The previous club rooms were a little bit average, but the new ones, just outstanding. Separate men's and women's change rooms, areas for the umpires, and just overall a really great blueprint for what a good set of facilities look like. And number 2 was across round 3, we had over 4,000 views across all the games and social content on the HCC YouTube. So that's a big thank you to everyone out there that's watching or listening to this at the moment. Thank you for getting behind us and everything we're doing this year to bring the game to the wider community. 4,000 views. Listen, it was a split round, so we did have a few extra games than we normally would. But even so, fantastic to see so many eyeballs having a look at this great sport in this great league. So very exciting stuff.
Yeah, that's tremendous. And thank you to everyone that watches us and tunes into not only this podcast, but all of our games and all of the subsidiaries around it.
Welcome back to Hilton Moor Oval. Beautiful sunny day, green pastures in front of us, and one of the best games of the year so far. It's half-time in the big, epic Central Coast clash between the Terrigal Avoca Panthers, of course the reigning premiers, home team today, playing the fast-moving Killarney Vale Bombers, who have just surged up the ladder. Sitting on top of the ladder at the moment are the Bombers, and the game is 5-7-37, 5-6-36. I'm Corey Hopper, joined with Ash Borg and Shane Darwin to bring you this all live and exclusive. We're off and racing now, and going the advantage of the Bombers. A toe poke goes up high into the forward line, marked by Hay. Defensively for the Panthers. He looks afield. Goes to the far side. He's got Williams all on his own. He takes a mark. Very amazing footballer at the moment, reigning best and fairest for the Panthers, and a push in the back to Pitt. We'll see a shot on goal early for the Panthers. And 50. We've seen a few today which pretty much exhibits the feeling that's involved at the moment. The Panthers holding on to a 1-point lead, and Harrison Pitt will make no mistake here. He kicks the first goal, draws first blood in the second half, and pulls his Panthers another 6 points ahead. So 43-36, Ashborg. What a game. And I believe it's not the only good one around the place.
Well, Maitland had beaten Cardiff at half-time by 7 points. Newcastle City in front by 8 points at against Warners Bay at the half. And Nelson Bay got over the line against the entrance by 25. So it's been a great round.
The games still in play are 7, 6, and 9 respectively. Is that right?
Not bad at all, mate. It's been a great round.
Let's hope that continues.
Well, the biggest main difference at the moment here between the sides is discipline. That's the 50-metre penalty, and the second one that's resulted in a goal as Grim and Lee went across to Williams. Wonderful pass. That's another push out. Well, the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and expecting a different result. That was the exact same thing happened twice, and the umpire's been all over it. You cannot give Harrison Pitt a gift like that.
And I feel for Convey because he's played very well on Pitt for the first half. So a couple of blemishes on an otherwise good record. You
are allowed to use your body in the contest, but when the ball's within 5 metres, that ball's not even within 15 to 20 when he's hitting him. So he's just got to time it better. Harrison Pitt, usually very good. And when you give Harrison Pitt set shots from 25 and 30 metres out, he's going to absolutely punish you every time. That's 2 goals in the first 2.5 minutes of the quarter chop, and the margin is 13.
Yeah, absolutely, Ash. I don't want to predict this, but I hope feeling, emotion, and the expression of such things doesn't have any weight in the eventual result of this contest. So we'll wait and see, but that's a couple of hiccups for the Bombers. And quick handle passing of the commentary here too with these quick goals, isn't it? As we go back to the middle, the game sort of in the balance a little bit at this stage, and we want to see that recovery from the Bombers as Walters gets the kick out of the middle. This time, Bombers take the mark. And the kick over to the far side there. They're trying to mount something now. Lewis launches one straight down the line. He's got Bombers at the other end, and they do well to arrest control of the ball, move it further down the line again. They'd be desperate to try and recover those goals now. Arthur, hand pass out, calling for a free kick is Bond, probably a little prematurely, and he's been punished as a result. So perhaps one to worry about getting the ball on before you worry about what the umpire's going to do is probably some sound advice there as Billings gets his kick to Williams, who's really having an impact on the game now. He sees Ellis further afield. Maintaining control on that far side are the Panthers. Ellis taking his time, waiting for something to present. Straight down the line, disciplined kick. And reading it beautifully at the back is Knight. No one will catch him. He's an absolute speedster. Pops a little one up out the benefit of Pitt. He picks it up beautifully on the half volley. Wheels around on his right boot. Sends it high, but it's pulled back. And the mark in the end taken by Allen. So a bit of a let-off there, and Knight would have been well advised to keep going into the goals, I would suggest.
Yeah, I agree with you there, Choppy was home and hosed in terms of his distance between him and the nearest opponent. This one comes out to Castelnuovo. Good fist out there by Williams. Ellis gets it out to Williams, went across. This looks like Taj Knight slipped over at the crucial moment. Goodall almost pushed him in the back. Play on, says the umpire. Ball gets put inside 50. Contest, great spoil, Kenobi. Hand pass out. That's not on the target. Hazelwood lurking. Down on the all fours. Tries to get it out. That could be high. Play on, said the ump. And eventually holding the footy. Well, I thought the first tackle was high. And there's your sixth 50-metre penalty of the match. 5 to Killarney Vale and 1 to Terrigal.
They're adamant to stamp out this remonstration, aren't they? The umpires, and rightly so too. I've got to say.
Yeah, look, you know, you don't want to say too much
It was a tough call in the first place. So I can understand the question mark, but it's just how you present that to the umpire, I think.
Yeah, that's it. I mean, it's on the other side of the coin. It's also having a bit of a thick skin and trying to.
What's going on, Ash? You're an accomplished umpire, and I'm a not so accomplished player.
Talk to the players and give them the explanation, and I probably won't. That's holding the footy. Arthur trapped him. Great work. That was brilliant there from Ryan Arthur.
He's got a great headspace on him this year, Ryan Arthur.
He looked straight at the chest. Was that Peters then? No.
Yeah,
it was Peters. He looked straight at the chest of Flynn Peters, and Peters tried to shimmy and give him a little bit of a don't argue and tried to sell him the candy, and Ryan Arthur wasn't buying any of it. So Arthur's a very accomplished footballer. He was the best on ground in a rep game, and that's a wonderful option. Terrific pass.
They've done that a few times at training, I imagine, those two.
Yeah, just a few times, I'd imagine.
Arthur already at a high level of performance, mate. I expect him to rise even further this year. There's just something really good about his headspace right now. Same with this young man.
I love the way he plays. So Brandon Lloyd, speaking of another guy that you like the way he plays, he attacks the footy hard and great hands. He's finishing on that occasion.
Well, it was a pipe floater.
It was spot on, yeah. It was a helicopter shot, but
I might have taught him that in under 17s reps, actually.
They all go through the middle and they all go for the same result. So Killarney Vale get one back. They're certainly not out of the game. 7 points is the margin. We played just under 7 minutes in the third term. Thanks to the scene, the AFL Hunter Central Coast YouTube page. As you can see, replay there. And you see the Killarney Vale sponsor on screen. All the clubs have wonderful sponsors, Chop. And without them, the league isn't where it is at the moment. Today's results are telling us we're in a pretty good place.
Yeah, they certainly are. I'll tell you what I am enjoying is the goal-for-goal rally between the two spearheads for Killarney Vale. I think they're both on 2 today.
Pitt's 3.
Pitt's on 3, so he's third. We've got first, second and third all out there today, and they are all performing. So we expect a great result and plenty to say about the bag raiders list this week. As Grimond Lee gets a free kick, he's been outstanding, and that delivery is pitch perfect. And when you've got someone to the calibre of Harrison Pitt at the other end of it, it just makes for scintillating looking football. As Grimond Lee now comes and switches over with probably his famed mentor here. Brilliant work by Grimond Lee there. He is doing a mountain of work, and that delivery to Pitt was just seismic. Harrison Pitt lining up for his 4th. He's on bag raiding form, and what a day to kick a bag. I'll talk to you a little bit about an incredible statistic in a minute, Ash. As Harrison Pitt, if he strikes it like he did last week, this is sailing all the way home. It looks neat. The goal umpire makes one step, and it's in the backward direction. Wonderful goal. 4 goals to Harrison Pitt, and he is in some sort of form. The statistic I'd like to share with you, Ash, is last week in the men's and women's divisions of these two sides, Cup men's, Cup women's, between them kicked a total of 79 goals. 79 goals. I had a post I didn't finish in time. It was going to be 80 reasons to watch this game today, and it was going to be an edit of all 79 goals, but it took me half a week to do it. The 80th reason, Ash, was your back.
Oh, no, mate, no. This combination is superb, mate. We love it. And we're back in the middle. The margin's 13. Terrigal Avoca trying to flex some muscle. Billings, as he does every week, gets himself out of trouble. Miller underneath at the favourite.
Wow.
52 out. He's telling Harrison to come to him. Let me get you a bag. Goes long, over the top. Pitt's got the sit. He's got the great spot, but in coverage. Very good mark. Looked like Smith. Pass across there, and I'm pretty sure it's his pigeon. Back to Smith.
Wow.
They're going to have to double team Pitt, really, if they're going to stop him, because he's that good. Underneath it, Stanley Velt. Went past his man well. He just needs to kick it. Great chase, Carney. Got to be holding the footy. Play on, said the umpire. That should have been holding. It was a footy move. Carney got it across here to Bishop. Birthday boy from a few weeks ago. Aaron hand pass. They need to do some tidy up work. And the umpire's blown a whistle. It's going to be a free to Killarney Vale. Well,
I'm not even going to.
Ranger. Yeah, I'm leaving it from now, mate. Ranger.
They're seeing things that I'm not, so good on them.
Callan Ranger has a free kick, and I said it in the first half, and I'll say it again. These two sides are putting on an advertisement for the AFL Hunter Central
They really
Coast.
are.
Let them decide the football contest. Ranger goes for goal. Is it accurate enough? Missed to the right-hand side, left-hand side as the goal umpire caresses himself lovingly on the right side.
Wonderful performances, Ash, right across the board. Every player here just digging deep and doing all they possibly can. And we love games of football that are like this. Highly skilled, highly physical, highly emotional, and with genuine stake at the end of it as Bishop goes across the face. A risky piece of play, and out of nowhere, Lloyd, and that just gives you an indication of how much he is ascending as a player. Of course, we're aware of his famed older brother who came and had a game at Killarney Vale last year after finishing up his illustrious AFL career. And he was recruited as a mature age prospect. Who's to say it won't happen to his little brother here? Brandon Lloyd lining up for number 3, I believe, and makes a small mistake. I was going to say no mistake, but there was a little mistake there. So I've got to stop pumping up these players and giving the massive plaudits like that before they kick the goal. My record's almost unembellished.
It's a lovely kick to Peters. Love, just wonderful the way they can work it out of defence. Both sides have done that really well today. Smothered by Arthur was effective. How can they go? That's lovely stuff there from Ranger. Got it across to Potter. Potter around the body. That might go all the way out of bounds on the full and ends up near where the, about 10 or 15 minutes from where the flag was raised to celebrate last year's premiership. So Scott Birkinshaw will take a bit of time here.
Callum Ranger wore that tackle so well there, didn't he?
He really did. Just under 13 minutes, over 13 minutes to go in this third quarter as they go across the ground.
Summertime. Ash, did you know that?
Beg your pardon?
Callum Ranger, I think he's a county cricketer in the UK.
Wow, that's a handy footballer indeed. That is. So Mark came across the ground.
If you're playing cricket.
If you're a cricketer anyway, yeah. Nice bump. I think I said football. So ball came out and it's underneath and Henderson's at the bottom of it. And we'll have a stoppage. So we've negotiated the first half of this third quarter. 11 points the margin to the Terrigal Avoca Panthers. Hope you're enjoying a great game. Arthur got on the boot. I don't know how. It was miraculous. Carney tried to tap it out and did so well. Wonderful day. It's starting to get a little bit chilly as the sun the shade starts to come over the ground. But otherwise, this ground's in terrific nick. And the day has been perfect. Ellis tried to get it down. Tackle pressure. Might be holding the footy the way they've gone today. And the way the umpires have adjudicated today, I reckon they might be holding it. They've got a little bit to settle now. WWE.
He took them on too, so fair call for holding the ball.
Yeah, it was a
little
footy
bit of
move.
roughhousing going on there.
Definite footy move. And the free kick is going to... Who's it going to?
So they might, unless they overrule it for... I don't
know what they've done. Well, it was a footy move, but anyhow, we'll go again.
Panthers don't need to argue that point. I think it worked out
well.
well.
Let that one go. Free kick, another whistle, and there's a Panthers free kick off the ball, and I think Sam Ellis is going to get it here. Well, I'll leave that one with you, Chop. As I said, I'm trying not to say anything, so I'll leave it with that.
I understand, Ash. And you've probably got more authority than anyone to say your mind to, but I think it's probably a wise thing.
Let them umpire the game.
Absolutely. Well, Sam Ellis will take this kick, and he certainly looked very, very active in that particular exchange. So obviously his case in the debate was put forward effectively enough because he's ended up with the kick and he spiralled that one down to the wing. But front spot there is Bond, I think. He's tackled, doesn't dispossess to the ball, so penalised in the end. The kick will go to Borg, who kicked 3 goals last week in his debut, Ash, this young man, 17 years of age, and the son of the reserve grade coach for the Panthers, Andrew, and very much in his likeness. And he's found Cookman on that far side. No, he hasn't. He's found Hay, who plays on quickly. High ball. Trying to find a teammate further afield and does not do so because Logan Hallam pulls it down from the stratosphere. He moves the ball on quickly. A dogged bounce for Arthur. Unfortunately, sees Flynn Peters pick it up. But they're playing a player in that dead spot right in front of Pitt at the moment. So they're trying to cut his presenting space off. Kicking long now. This will be a good contest between Burns and Arthur. But they take each other out of the contest. And in the end, Nathan Smith swoops in and cleans
50.
it up. And another 50, so this is 8. And I think the 50 count's been pretty even each way, hasn't it?
It'd be 5-3 if it's 8, because Terrigal have definitely had 5.
Yeah, 5 have they? Right, okay.
Well, that's not 50.
8, if that's 50, I'm not going to buy land off her, I'm telling you.
Well, all I can say to that is Hilton was a big oval.
Well, maybe it is. Okay, all right.
Smith's about to take the kick. And wheels around his right boot, keeps it low, doesn't quite get it to Pigeon on full.
Oh.
Was he taken high or was he... I'm not sure what the call is. Yeah, free kick. So high tackle there, but certainly a physical one indeed. Looking for Lloyd, and Lloyd just presenting like a demon, isn't he?
Yeah.
Well, a demon if you're looking at it from a Terrigal perspective, that's for sure.
Standing
so he
up.
takes a mark there and presenting in the way that Pitt is at the other end. So we've got a shootout on, Ash.
Yeah, it's great to watch, and Aidan Wallace has got some ice on his left shoulder. Shirt's off.
As Lloyd goes in to take this kick, Ash. Sorry, mate.
You go for it, mate.
Yeah, Lloyd for number 3, because I think he missed the last one, but he will want to make amends now.
Goodness.
Ash, his management staff are going to come over and ask him to stop calling his set shots any
Well, he's
minute
kicked
now.
1 goal 4.
I wouldn't mess with his dad, to be honest. So if I miss one more,
No, I think it's 1-4. He's kicked a bag of behinds if he gets one more.
did
I
that
think.
purse. He's
Gets
kicked
the
the
purse,
purse.
yeah.
They kicked the. So kick comes into play. Nice ball to Ellis. How you get free up the middle of the ground like that? I've always been puzzled by that. Ever since I've been involved in footy. Kick over the top there, and it was meant for Bishop, but it ended up with Pike. Pike tries to send it in. Great effort. Henderson's dangerous when it's on the deck. Scooped it up with one hand. Just needs to get free. Hand pass across. Stanleyveld round the body. And Killarney Vale hit back. It's within single digits again. Corey 7-9-8-7. This game is toing and froing, and we're loving every second of it.
Oh, it's wonderful, absolutely wonderful. As Santa opens up his sack again, look at this, just on the end of this. Henderson does very well to just get that hand pass away at the last minute, and the right person is on the end of it, Stanleyveld. He gets his 4th 3 for Stanleyveld. So 3 down one end, 4 down the other end. And it is just a scintillating match of football. It is a genuine arm wrestle here. And what I love is that we see the benchmark standard, the premiers out there being tested at every turn, finding a way to respond, pulling away from the opposition, but then the newcomers, the ones who are on their way, trying to find their way to the top of that tally, just keep finding something else, and they go with each other the whole way. It's just tremendous. Stay tuned. You're going to love this as the Bombers try to mount something again. They've got a couple in a row now, the Bombers, and it's a foot race. Arthur and Gersbach. Gersbach does better out the end. He does benefits from a great bounce. Hand pass to Knight. Knight just gets a fingertip toe poke to it. It's up high. It's crucial stuff at ground level. And then the absolute gem of it all, Grimond Lee comes in and picks it up. The Panthers will get a free kick here. He didn't have the ball. The youngster, Fletcher, he's got the kick. Looking for something to present itself. Burns screaming for it here on the wing. Sells a small piece of candy, then puts one straight down the middle. Drops right in the middle of a pack of players. Walters lumbers in, gets it, gets a hand pass back in the right direction. Beautifully done. Ellis unloads one in the Pitt direction. Front spot is Convey, but Pitt wheels around and Ronaldo's it straight through the middle. What a great lead-up piece of play. And the Panthers pull another 6 points ahead. And I feel like I'm watching the World Cup. Just great football.
That's wonderful stuff. Pretty sure it's Pitt. You heard Corey call it so eloquently, and that's a bag for Harrison Pitt. Is that 3 on the bounce? Is that 3 bags?
That's a bag. I forgot to say a bag. What was wrong with me? I was out of breath after the Ronaldo call.
Is that 3 in 3 weeks?
That's, 2 in 2
2
weeks.
so
Yeah.
I
10
didn't
and
even
5.
hit the yellow button either, Chop. I didn't
Wow.
realise it either. There
What-
you
my
go.
goodness.
That's a bag. I'll do an edit with that voiceover over it later. But
Back in the middle we
Brandon
go.
Lloyd's looking for 4 bags in a row.
Back in
And
the
I don't
centre
even
we
have a
go.
word for that yet.
Here's Castelnuovo. Sending it deep inside 50. Reading it best. Over the back now, Grimond Lee. Takes the footy and tries to take control. Great centre there to Bishop. The vision on that's almost automatic, isn't it? A lot of training went into
And
that.
to lower
Pike.
your eyes.
And that
There
good
he's
contest.
again.
Grimond Lee again. He's just covered about 70, 80 metres. Hand pass over the top by Burnett.
He's going to get it again.
Grimond Lee, good all. Sends it inside 50, 1-on-1. Great position, Stanleyveld. That's a mark. And if that's a free kick, I will go off. Because
Ashborg is about to storm the field.
That is good body work. That is how you use your body in a marking contest. Nicholas Stanlin-Velt, well...
Was this for 4 or 5?
This is for 4 for Nick Stanlin-Velt.
This will be his 3 if he bags today. That'll 3 in a row for him. So
he's a really unassuming player, really, isn't he? He doesn't dominate games, but he gets goals, and that's what you pay a bloke for, isn't it?
He's on for a Baba Black Sheep.
So he's looking for 4. Nicholas Stanlin-Velt. This is to bring the margin back to within 4 points. And he's usually straight. He's missed it. Umpire had to think of it.
They've had 3 good chances this quarter.
Yeah, they have. Set shots from their big forwards too.
And they're 9 points down. 9 points down, and they missed 3 crucial set shots.
Rightly so, they would expect to kick those 2, Ash, and they're big forwards, so they are counting on them when they're doing all the hard work further afield. But such is the pressure of this game. The Bishop hand passes into traffic. No one gets clean possession of it. It's a scramble now, and the Bombers do well in that pack. Get the hand pass out, a series of them now. Sees the ball out wide, and Ranger gets a shot at it. Kicks it down the line, out of the reach of Henderson on that occasion, and put out across the line. Interesting to see Birkinshaw playing on Henderson.
It's an interesting matchup. Score updates: Maitland 57, Carter 43 in the third.
Yep.
Newcastle 36, Warners Bay 34. 9 minutes to go.
Oh my God, that's great. As we resume play here, Miller, big punch, and we're excited about the Black Diamond Cup on this very day. Mark taken by the Panthers. It's Peters wheels across the face of goal, finds Hazelwood with ease. A little bit of a distance on Smith. Hazel, that's been an intriguing contest. Up high, front spot, Pitt. Can't quite bring it down. There's a squadron of Bombers there. Looping hand pass over the top. Arthur finds Smith, finds Pigeon. His kick on the left boot was almost centimetre perfect. But out of the range of Henderson. He's throwing his body at him down there. Is Lachlan Henderson. Hendomoto. Hates that nickname, which makes me want to use it more. Up in the air. Miller tries to get it down to Corker. That's the Corey Billins. And there is a pylon there. As the umpire says, let's try it again, fellas. Well, I don't know about you, Ash, but I'm buying into the feeling here today.
This is outstanding footy.
Isn't it? It's making the Central Coast proud. A little bit of volleyball, and it's out of bounds again.
So 2.5 minutes to go in this third term. 9 points of difference. It couldn't be better set up for this final quarter. Terrigal Avoca, well, there's been a breeze all day, but it's sort of dissipating at the moment as Bishop tried to storm through. Was that Billins? It's still in the pack. Around the pack there is, pretty sure it might have been Pigeon, but that one's going to be balled up, and there's a little bit of feeling.
Plenty of feeling.
It's just wonderful, isn't it?
Long-time arch rivals, these two clubs. For as long as football's been played on the Central Coast, these two clubs have enjoyed a great rivalry here, Ash.
Back down the ruck. Miller tried to get into space. Could be an issue. Burns got it out. That's a nice long kick. Camped underneath at Mahallam. Great pressure underneath their Pitt. Hand pass went underground and got taken. Oh, Harrison Pitt with a tackle. That's what you don't always expect it from players of his forward line presence, but he's just come 100 metres down the ground to do that. That's wonderful.
Was to lend assistance.
To actually help out. That's team first. Walters and Mahallam. Mahallam got it down. Grimman Lee hit high. No. It's going to be another ball up. So 75 seconds to go, Corey. Finish the quarter off, mate. This has been one of the best games of AFL Hunter Central Coast football for a very long time.
It certainly has. Certainly that we've been able to cover with the broadcast, that's for sure. And we live for these ones. Absolutely wonderful game of football. Both sides putting everything into it. Highly skilled, highly impactful, and just a treat to watch. Well, I don't know.
Right in front of the effects mic too there, I think.
What was it?
Could have been better.
We won't comment.
Something to do with the third team out there.
Could have been neatly positioned, I would say. Good friend of the commentary team is
he's a
Chris
good man.
Bishop, and wonderful servant of the game here.
The gold standard of coaching, mate.
I think life membership for the league should be on the cards for him, such as the service that he's given. So as we count down the last 13 seconds, that will be all she wrote in terms of the score to three-quarter time. 9 goals, 7, 61, 7, 10, 52. Terrigal Avoca hold on to a 9-point lead, and
Don't
that
do a blood rule with 3 seconds to
that's
go.
going to be telling.
Oh,
Even Shane's getting in on it. Oh, that's
Oh, what a
marvellous stuff.
game.
Well, this game, Corey and Shane and viewers on the YouTube channel, is set up for something very special indeed. The Terrigal Avoca Panthers, the premiers of 2025, are putting down the gauntlet to the challengers of the Killarney Vale Bombers. It's 9-7-61. Play 7-10-52 at three-quarter time. Harrison Pitt's got 5. Nick Standenvelt's got 3. And it's, I'd tell you, Corey, for lack of goal scoring in that third term from Killarney Vale, they might actually have been in front at three-quarter time. They missed 3 or 4 crucial goals.
Yeah, they certainly had their shot, especially coming from the spearheads, and probably goals that you would normally expect them to kick, and they have been kicking in recent weeks.
Yep.
I reckon that's just an indication of
Pressure.
Yeah, the pressure, but even the emotion. There's a lot at stake for both sides here. I mean, this is a genuine arm wrestle for who's the Titan of the Central Coast this year, and Killarney Vale have showed up. They're thereabouts. They want to put their stamp on the competition. There's no doubt. But I guess to go all the way, they've got to make sure they get those nerves in check when they're in front of goal like that.
Said on the podcast the other night, if they're going to be challenges, they've got to take Panthers to the deep water, or they've got to win it. So
let's someone standing right beside us here who's probably give us the best insight.
Great man, Shaq. As we
go
go
to he's come to watch the television. He doesn't want to talk.
No, as we go to the three-quarter time break.
We'll catch
Terrigal
up
Avoca
midweek,
lead it
Shaq.
by
We'll
9
talk all about
points.
it.
Can Killarney Vale finish the job against the Breeze, or will Terrigal Avoca hang on? We'll be back shortly. Welcome back to Hilton Moore Oval. The grandstand finish is awaiting us. It's 9 points the difference. Terrigal Avoca in the lead, 9-7 to 7-10. Harrison Pitt's got 5. Nick Standenvelt's got 3. We've got so many contenders for best on ground. 25 minutes to go. Ashley Borg, Shane Darwin, who's been standing on that deck all day, and to see us in to the final term, the man of the moment.
Oh.
What a wonderful way to bring him in. He's chomping at the bit. Corey Hopper, take it away.
I'm so excited, Ash. This is a wonderful game, one of the best games we've seen in a long time. Killarney Vale really challenging last year's reigning premiers, but the reigning premiers just know how to get it done. And here we go again, down into the forward line, and a beautiful delivery to Brandon Lloyd. Here's an opportunity for him to stand up, just having a chat to one of the most important figures at Killarney Vale, Corey Shackleton, has said it's been about 12 years since the Killarney Vale Bombers have won here, other than that replayed round 1 in 2022 where it was pouring rain. As Brandon Lloyd, 30 out, just pushes it off to the right-hand side there. Could really have done with that.
Yeah.
And they're the ones that need to be the steadying, influencing kicks. I think they need them from their spearheads especially.
Pretty sure that's 1 goal 5.
That's a purse. Not an enviable record. 3 bags and a purse for your first 4 rounds. Outstanding work. They're back at it now. They're going to mount another one here, the Bombers. But he's captured. Burns brings him down in a superb tackle. And arrest control of the ball, Ash. They're off and racing now.
So here go the Panthers on centre wing. Oh, high they fly. Walters almost got it back. Sneaky Miller gave it to Pitt. Pitt takes a bounce. Great smother on the play, Convey. Miller, he's dangerous from here, Miller. Sidesteps one, round the body! Oh, Sneaky Miller!
What about that?
What a finish! He is a master of finishing goals.
Good.
Corey Hopper's going ape droppings here in the box.
Oh,
Have a look at the replay.
Look at this.
Call the replay, Chop.
And Pitt smothered. Convey puts everything into it. Miller sneaky, gets onto it, sells a little bag and wheels around. He curls it in. And that's the overdub from hell. He'll be happy with that. I know he was gearing himself for this match too, Ash. He was sneaky. He knew he had a big task ahead of him in Aidan Wallace, the new amazing ruckman for the Killarney Vale Bombers. Very tough physical running ruckman. And he'll be happy with that indeed.
Now he takes the first ruck, Jill. Gets a second and a clearance away. Cross to Hayes. Hayes under pressure. Good tackle there from Goodall. Play on says the up, and it's holding. It should be advantage if it's Terrigal's free kick.
Oh.
If it's the Panthers' free kick, that's a clear advantage. If it's not, then give it to Killarney Vale because it had to be a free. That's an advantage.
Grim and Lee certainly knew it, didn't he?
Oh, Grim and Lee was strolling in. Anyhow, back to the action they go. Killarney Vale get away with that one. 14 points the margin. Long ball inside 50. High they fly. Hazelwood, no, didn't get it. That's a mark there to Smith. Gee, he's always in the right spot.
He reads it beautifully.
He's so good. Yep. Might call him the librarian. He tends to read things very well, doesn't he? Gives it across to Arthur. Great kick, Ryan Arthur. And here goes Pike, who's had a solid game on the lead. Just didn't honour it. Went central. Get kicked to Castelnuova. Dropped the mark. Williams. Pressure's tolling now on the Bombers. Kick inside 50. Pitt at the back. Work to do for Convey. Did well, got it out. That's a lovely kick to Lewis. Lewis has got a bit of space. Needs to hit the target and does. Goes over to Bond. Bond's next kick is crucial. Where does he go with it? Think he's going to go to the top of the 50. One-on-one coming across beautifully there, Ethan Hay. Couldn't chop it off. Grim and Lee hit in the face. No free kick. That has got to be a high tackle. My goodness gracious me. I'm not saying anything. I'm done.
Yep.
It's a ball up. That's the decision. That's a ball up. He was hit in the face.
Look, he's been hit. He's hurt. He's genuinely hurt there too. Jack Grimley's as tough as anybody out there, and for him to take his time getting up there, he's just fearless. This young man. This is the fear that you have for him every single week.
Yep.
But
no malice. There was
Elliot,
no
malice.
It was just a high shot.
Have a look on the replay here, boys.
Yep.
Right, we're going to queue up a replay. What's your decision? Here you go. You work it out.
Well, all day long.
Yep. Well,
all day long.
Chris, I can't come back, mate. Sorry.
Yeah.
I think I've had him ask me 10 times and about a few other coaches. Nah, look, that's a high shot.
And you've got, and look, that's the decision to go the right way is also in the interest of protecting the players too. So you let that go, then
you just hope he's all right. You just hope he's all right. Like he'd be he's
fierce as anybody, and we'll see him back. And he's been the best on the field for my liking.
Yeah, I'm happy. I'm very happy with that. He's been outstanding today. Up and under kick. Umpire calls play on that. Ball's allowed to bounce. Hazelwood over footy. Loose hand pass. Stanley Vale. Umpire. Free kick.
Yep.
Terrigal Avoca. Fair enough.
So Hazelwood, very welcome return to him. He's a very astute defender for the Panthers and junior Terrigal Avoca player as well. So he's back after a little knee injury. Birkinshaw kind of cooks that kick a little too much. Sam Ellis is held without the ball. So a few ill-disciplined things going on here with Killarney Vale, which they can ill afford to do. They need to keep cool heads and they need to keep coming if they are going to topple the reigning champions. Back with Hazelwood now. He's got Miller in the middle. Miller gets up high over Castelnuovo, but no, Castelnuovo does very well in that situation. Lloyd, a little too casual on that kick there, has it smothered. The Panthers have just taken it up a gear in terms of their tackle pressure. Hay gets his kick away, bumped afterwards, up in high in the air. 2 Bombers to 1 Panther. Still going the way of the Panthers though. Walters gets that big body over the top of the loose ball. They get a quick hand pass up to Cookman. He wheels around and he's kicked another one for the Panthers. Under pressure, against the momentum. And in the name of their fearless captain, the Panthers have etched a goal out of nothing there and done so well. The Cookie Monster celebrates and have the Panthers put a nail in.
Well, it's the largest lead of the game now, Corey, 20 points. As I'm looking across at the bench, and Jack Grimman-Lee has a massive cut on his forehead, so...
Well, definitely high.
Yeah, well, unless he's gone the old WWE self-blading, then it's definitely an eye shot. So he's going. Hopefully they can get that right, because if he's not in the rep squad, I'm not standing here.
Yeah,
he's one of the best. He is one of the best midfielders in this comp, if not the best.
It was voted 39th best country footballer in the country or something last week.
I think he was in the top
29.
30 players in the New South Wales. So he's Goodall now. Goodall. Oh, great sidestep from the 2-time Phelan medalist for the best on ground, best in the league in AFL Sydney. Kicked it straight to, I think, might be Hay there. So he comes across the ground. Birkinshaw could be cut off. Straight through Birkinshaw's hands. That's not usually there.
Oh,
Lloyd on the snap! Oh, Lloydo!
Can I just say,
Spoonman!
Birkinshaw's tackle straightened Spoonman up on that kick.
I think he straightened him up.
He did. He did.
What a goal from Brendan Lloyd. He's been missing set shots.
Oh, that's what I want to know. How did he get this one when he missed the set shots?
We want to see the replay.
Yeah,
He's been slung off his kick. And that ball's just gone straight through the hay-diddle-diddle. Well, Brandon Lloyd, he could be the difference maker. And we've still got so much time. 17 and a quarter minutes to go. 14 points the margin. 8-11 to 11-7. Killarney Vale have one more scoring shot than Terrigal Avoca in this game. It's just been inaccurate kicking in front of goal. Back in the ruck we go.
Sorry, I'll take that over.
No, that's all right. It's yours, mate.
Yeah, sorry. I got lost in
mate. It's just such a great game.
I got lost in the spectacle of it. I forgot. I thought I was just sitting down on my couch for a minute there. Hang on, I've got a job to do. As we resume, Miller punches one into next week. First to it, though, is Pigeon. He gets it on the boot quickly. Hurriedly out to the wing. It's a foot race. And first to it is Gersbach. He wheels around, gets it on the right boot, sends it back in the way and finds a target in Burns. Burns, eager to play on, moves it on quickly over the head of Knight, and it'll bounce out over the boundary line, and probably the best result, all things considered, other than it being in the hands of one of his Panthers teammates. So they've done well to get it back into their scoring range, and this is what the Panthers want to do. They need to be able to get it back into their forward 50 if they happen to let a goal get through for the Bombers. So they just know how to get it done, the Panthers, don't they? They are just so composed under pressure. They find a way. But the Killarney Vale Bombers will keep coming because they believe they can this year go all the way. Miller charges through 2 tackling Bombers, and it was too much to take on at the moment. We're seeing full forwards playing in defence. We're seeing ruckmen play like ruck rovers. It's just a wonderful game to watch. And the bounce just in the fingertip reach of Peters. He's tackled. What a run down there.
Calvin Bond.
This is the stuff that legends are made of. This is just great footy. Bond wheeling on the right boot, sends it in for an opportunity, and the mark's taken.
Gee, strong Nick Stanley Vale, didn't he?
Isn't he?
Wow.
That was an outstanding piece of work by Stanley Velt. He has a chance to cover himself in some glory here, doesn't he, Ash? He's
Yeah.
the Santa goals. St. Nick. He's on 3 or 4. Actually, he's on 3, so 4. So this to put him within 1 kick of a bag for today and a 3rd bag in a row. But he's got to get 4 before he gets 5. I don't want to call it early. Stanley Velt, NSV, they call him Noodle, his name is. And he's put it through. It wasn't his most handsome kick, but could very well be his most effective. That's 4 goals for NSV. Noodle, they call him. And an interesting fact about Killarney Vale, 50% of their nicknames can be found in your average kitchen. They've Noodle, Spoon, Pots.
I'll tell you who's playing
Pots,
a really...
cheese.
Oh, God.
The list goes on.
I'll tell you who's had an outstanding last term for the Bombers. He's just come to the bench, Alex Goodall. God, he's a mountain of a bloke for his size in his arms and his upper body are just massive.
True.
Ranger gets Ampass out to Arthur. Tap backwards. That was very intelligent. Smith, who's been immense. Lloyd! Oh, what a grab. And I tell you what, the way he's kicked him from in front of goal today, don't back against him to kick it from the pocket. Does the discipline thing, goes central. Needs a big grab. Ball out the back. Here's Brandon Lewis. He doesn't kick too many. Does the discipline thing back to Tom Castelnuovo. That was so intelligent. Footy IQ from a man who's played so much of it. Great pass from Brandon Lewis.
Yeah, 400 games to be able to just lower your eyes when the intensity is as high as what it is and the pressure is mounting and the stakes are huge.
8 points the difference now. Tom Castelnuovo to kick his second, and if he kicks it, it's 2 points the difference with 13 to go. No, big fly. That was too early. Went through for a point. Margin 7. Nearly halfway in this last term, Corey.
We are, yep.
Oh, my goodness. Let him play another 4 quarters.
No, don't. Because I don't even know if I'm going to make the next 12 minutes. So it's just huge. Huge. And we love these games. When you get this involved with it and you get to talk about it, you're in a privileged position indeed. As the ball makes its way to the wing, Knight, the speedster, bears down on it. But it's picked up. I think that's Alan on that occasion, or it might be him now. They wheel on 2 chrome domes in a row. And they look almost like twins from here up. But the kick has got a little more too much on it. And it finds its way to Ethan Hayes. He's got the ball now. Goes one way and then redirects himself down to that far wing. It comes down. Allen this time has it. And a free kick going to the Panthers. Walters was interfered with in the marking contest. He's been good today, Walters. Sends it long in the Cookman direction. He's got the better position at ground level. Bears down on it quickly. Keeps a low bullet pass to Pitt. It's still alive for the Panthers. Cookman ridden into the ground.
Push.
Free kick. And he'll get a kick on goal. He did well. He just kept that front position, kept moving towards the goal space. Harrison Pitt had the deft peace of mind, I think we call it, or depth perception to just tap the ball out into his advantage, and it drew that player in behind him to be able to give him that little nudge in the back. It was only slight, but with the bodies carrying forward, it was enough for him to draw the free kick. So Cookman now, it's not beyond him. He's a plucky goal sneak, and he will celebrate this one for sure if he gets it in. 30 out, tight angle. So much riding on this kick for Noah Cookman, the Cookie Monster. Keep an eye on him. He's got it! He's got it! He's celebrating! And they get around him. Give him some space. Let's see what he's got. He did something. I don't know what it was. But he will be enjoying that. What a cheerful little fellow he is. And a very important cog in the Terrigal Avoca machine. 79 to 66. Ash, that's 13 points with barely 11 minutes left.
Yeah, it's still anyone's game. I mean, look, you'd be hard-pressed to back against Terrigal Avoca from here, but Killarney Vale are hanging in. And
they just know how to do it, don't they?
They just get it done. And this is what we wanted. We wanted it, and I said on the podcast the other night, if Killarney Vale are going to be contenders this year, they have to match it with Terrigal or beat them.
Yep.
And they're matching it.
Yep.
So I mean, they're right in this Black Diamond Cup here this year.
regardless of what
Demonstrated
happens
it.
in the next 10 minutes, mate, this result means that they are definitely in that mix, aren't they?
Underneath it, Pitt couldn't grab it. Who was roving? Nobody at that point. Around the footy there is Hayden Mahallam. Still scrambling to get it. Lovely hand pass, Miller. Can he do it again around the body?
He does!
Oh, he does!
Adam
At the post! If anyone could kick a goal from that position in standing start, it's Adam Miller. But he didn't on that occasion. The ball's on here to Brady Manette if he can hit him. He's gone further, looking for Ranger underneath it. Great effort there by the 32 of Gary to spoil. He's been great today. Hand pass over the top, Goodall. He's got the body strength to get past. Didn't on that occasion. Umpire said play it. Great tackle. Billings round the body. Corey Opper's going absolutely eight droppings with him. He can't control himself. It's brilliant. Great mark taken there from Pigeon. Gave it across to Bond. Back to Pigeon. Pigeon left foot to Arthur. The build is good here from the Bombers. How can they finish? Chipping ball. Nearly taken. Play on, says the ump. In front of it there, that was Gowrie. Lloyd in there as well. Umpire crosses himself lovingly as if he's hugging a teddy bear, and we'll have a stoppage about 50 metres out from goal. So 9 minutes to go in this contest. Everyone's on the edge. Oh, nearly going through there was Bond. He almost snuck through. And the umpire's played holding the footy. Well, he's adjudicated that that Alex Goodall dived on that. I think he fell to ground, but Billings will be the recipient of the kick, Chop.
Yeah, it certainly will. I was just watching a little bit of remonstration by Bishop on Bond. So they've been played against each other for a long, long time as Toby Burns just launches one in the pit direction. He's got front spot, but he had Mahallam behind him to interfere. It goes to ground, and now the Bombers will try and reset. Good kick, a low trajectory pass. Finds Bond. He wheels around the mark. He's got Smith on his own, and Smith is now in range. So Smith not beyond him to kick this. He would prefer to be on the run when he did release it, but it wouldn't be beyond him. So he will kick from probably just outside the 50, I would say, by the time boot makes contact with ball. And we've seen a few find their way in from this particular angle. Nathan Smith, highly regarded, hugely touted return to the Bombers after playing in their premiership year in 2022. He sinks the boot into this, and he started right, and it stayed right, which is actually wrong.
Sure, Pauline.
Two rights don't make
As
a
it came
Two rights
in.
don't make a wrong.
So Bishop now will take it in the pocket. He's going to try and take as much time of the clock off the clock as possible. Walters couldn't get there in time. Goodall, big body in there. Big muscly body, tries to crash through the pack like a front rower in rugby league, and he goes to ground.
Why wouldn't you with a set of shoulders like
Tell you
that?
what, they're the
It's like a
biggest.
pack mule.
They are huge. Wouldn't be able to place in powerlifting, would he? Or
Nah.
massive.
Not at
You
all.
can see. I mean, if that's how he played at AFL Sydney, no wonder he's won best and fairest. So they go again. Smith at the back, well played at the front there by Hayes. Ball with the ground, overrunning it was Hazelwood. Round the corner there was the 34 in Manette. Mark drop there. Here we go, the Bombers. That's a fend off, mate. That should be holding the footy. Play on, says the ump. Verging with the football is Hayes. Tried to centre it. Ball came down. I'm pretty sure that was Pike that dropped it. Play on, says the ump again. Trying to work it there was Manette. Didn't go with it. Went without the footy. Diving on the football there was Pike. Play on, says the umpire. And they're still going. And it's holding the footy.
Yep.
Wow. There you go. Key decisions, crucial calls. Burns emerges. 6.5 to go. That's a good ball. Oh, well covered. Nathan Smith has been in everything. I don't know. If Killarney Vale emerge, I reckon we go with Nathan Smith for scene still.
Well,
He's been unbelievable for
he
Killarney Vale.
has been. He's been an incredible player. There's no doubt about that. I'd probably follow that, Ash, for sure. As Gersbach goes well, hand pass over the top, looking for Bishop, a little too high for him. Finger tipper, but it's still in the control of the Panthers. And Williams, he pokes one under pressure to Borg, the young star, rising superstar here for the Panthers. And certainly a mountain of pressure sitting on his shoulders as his coach, the long experienced Chris Bishop, tells him just settle down, and then followed by Harrison Pitt, who gives the same thing. You know you can kick him from here, young fella. Take your time. And he will. He'll have the composure of his old man, no doubt, and he will steer this through to give the Panthers possibly unassailable lead now.
He kicks it there home.
Yep, fair call too, Ash. So Borg Ruben Borg, what a big moment for him. And he's nailed that. Straight through the middle. We wait for the figures. There they are. That's a goal to the Panthers. Ruben Borg, what a moment for the 17-year-old. He will be loving that, and the players get around him indeed. We just got to teach him how to do a goal celebration. He's almost complete. Well, what do you think, Ash? 86-66,
Nah,
20 points. They have done it. I tipped against them in this one. I just thought the Killarney Vale Bombers would want it more, and this might be the one that Terrigal will feel they could afford to drop. But they've absolutely blindsided all of that. They've just got it done, Ash.
Yeah, they're done very well, and it's about 4.5 to go. I don't think they'll get the 3 or 4 goals required as the umpire balls up. Newcastle City 64, Warners Bay 46 with 10 minutes to go. Maitland 76, Cardiff 68 with 10 minutes to go.
I wonder how Liam Lupton played on Zach Munns.
How good would that have been to watch today?
What about that?
That was superb. Was that Burns, was it?
Yeah.
Oh, picking up the footy now. Hand pass forward. Sneaky Miller. He's going to go bang again, is he? Hand pass back and across. This is to Borg. Borg to the top of the square. Convey punches over the line. They've got 4 minutes to do what they haven't done in about, from what Corey said, about 10 years, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
12
come
years,
from behind
other
to win.
than they replayed a round one match, Ash, in 2022. And can I bear in mind, too, that was the year Killarney Vale went on to win the premiership under Corey Shackleton. So that sort of gives you an idea of just how good the Bombers had to be to beat the Panthers here at Hilton Moor. I don't think it happens at all. The last time I saw it happen was round 5, I think, 2024, when Newcastle City were able to come here and beat them in the year they went on to win a premiership. So it's a good sign if you beat Terrigal Avoca at the Hilton Moor. Its chances are you're going to go on to win a premiership that year, because that's how good your side needs to be. Chris Bishop just has steered this group, like every other group, in almost a perfect direction where they just ride pressure. They relish it. They just find a way to get through and get it done. They don't win every game every week, but they win most of them, that's for sure, because he just grooms these players so well. They have a style of football that just knows how to handle pressure. So the Bombers, they're going to another roll of the dice. Time definitely their enemy now. 22 minutes and 22 seconds as Stanley Velt will line up for maybe a rare highlight, or one fair highlight, well, I should say, not a rare one. There's been a heap of those. But St. Nick, Santa goals for his bag. We love that, or sack, should we say. 40 out, 50 out. He'll be kicking right on the 50, and it's a beautiful strike. It's dead straight. Look at that. What a highlight late in the match. Are they done? You would have to think it's going to take nothing shy of a miracle for them to get up now, but they are within 15 points. And Stanley Velt has a bag.
Yeah, fantastic. And look, he's been quite unassuming today. He's taken some big grabs, kicked some wonderful goals from top angles, but yeah, he's a genuine star of this comp. 5 goals in this game. Is really the test.
2 bags in this game is just off its head.
How are you gonna get home, Corey?
I'm
not.
Excitement, mate. I'm not going home. I'm sleeping here.
Lewis across to Carter. Carter to Castelnuovo. One last roll of the dice, long and forward. Lloyd over the back. Stanley Velt needs to compose.
Great tackle, Carney.
Oh,
wow.
marvellous.
How about that?
Wow.
What a saviour.
That was brilliant, mate. Unbelievable.
Wasn't it?
That was superb. That was great tackling pressure, and it's out of bounds. I thought it would have been holding the ball.
No, they played it on, and it went out of bounds.
So, fair enough.
This is tackling pressure today's been great, Carney.
Toss the footy back in now. Killarney Vale want to continue the comeback. They've got to get one in the next 5 or 10 seconds. It's not going to happen. Panthers are home. What a fantastic game. This will be the game of the year.
Lucky there's security here, because I'd storm the field otherwise. So.
Jump the fence. So, pack of players. It's almost like an under-9 special here. Every player's inside 50. Tap back. Carter tried to get it, was blocked. Kicked outside now, 50. Walters goes long. There's only one player that's in this square at the moment. 3 of them, they're all Bombers players. Hand pass back and across to Smith, who's been best on ground for Killarney Vale.
Oh,
He's going to go long as he can, and that one will go out of bounds. And Chris Bishop, that's intelligence personified, with 5 seconds to go. The Terrigal Avoca Panthers have withstood the bravest of challenges from the Killarney Vale Bombers and reigned supreme, the premiers. They do it by a margin of 15 points, but they were tested all the way by a gallant Killarney Vale who showed they are in contention in season 2026. Ben Roberts will be disappointed, but he'll be very, very proud of the effort his players put up today. Chris Bishop will be absolutely ecstatic, Corey Hopper. 5 goals to Harrison Pitt, 5 goals to Nick Stanlin-Velt. Best on ground for us, Jack Grimm Lee. He'll get a $50 voucher for the for Six Strings Brewery, and thank you to Six Strings Brewery for your sponsorship. It's been a marvellous day of footy, Shane and Corey. Thank you so much for being part of it, fellas. Sum it up, eh?
Yeah, amazing day of football. You don't see them that often at that level of quality. The Killarney Vale Bombers certainly had their opportunities. A couple of missed set shots in the latter stages of the game will probably be rude in the cold light of the morning. But the reality of it was, yep, sure, they came here to try and win the 4 points, to come here and show that they're the side to beat on the Central Coast part of the AFL HCC this year. But they had to beat the reigning premiers and the very best in the business to do that. The reality and the great thing for the rest of the fans of the local league is that the best in the business had to put the very best that they had forward to resist that challenge. And that is what great local footy is all about. We saw the very, very best of 2 great sides this year, and they will feature deeply into September. There's no doubt about that. I'm going to need a big lie down after this one, fellas. That was just an absolute beauty.
What do you reckon, Shane?
Well, I think 22 scoring shots apiece sum that up. That was a very even game. I loved it. I loved the intensity you guys brought. It was as good or as better as what we saw out in the field. Well done, gentlemen. What a game.
Outstanding.
Thank you,
so
mate.
we're going to sum up the scores, and with 4 minutes to go, Cardiff have hit the lead against Maitland. It's 11-16 to 12 goals for. Newcastle City with 3 minutes to go, 18 points in front of Warners Bay. Nelson Bay defeated the entrance Baddo Bay 85-60. And here at Hilton Moore Oval, well, if this might just be the match of the year that we've just witnessed today. It's been an absolutely superb day. Terrigal Avoca.
There's a proud dad over there.
Oh, Andrew,
Your
mate,
namesake,
your son was brilliant, mate.
What a goal.
Terrigal Avoca, 13-9-87, defeated Killarney Vale 10-12-72. These two sides have what it takes to win a premiership in the Black Diamond Men's Cup this year. It's been a marvellous day of football. We won't be back next week. We will be in rep footy mode. The AFL Hunter Central Coast take on the AFL South Coast. 3 p.m. for the men, 3 p.m. for the women, and 5 p.m. for the men's. That'll be on another streaming service that will be advertised during the week. We're not going to advertise them today because the scene is where it's at. You streamed it on the scene today. From Corey Hopper, from Shane Darwin, it's Ashley Borg. Have a wonderful rest of the weekend. We're going to need 2 weeks to get over this one. It's been an absolute beauty.
I'll put a hamstring.
This has been a Scene Production co-broadcast for the AFL Hunter Central Coast.